What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the 37th episode of the PG Talk. Before we get into our special guest today, have you guys subscribed yet? If you haven't, if the button's red, click on it so it's not red anymore, and turn on bell notifications so you know when we post. And check out our socials, our Instagram, where we post highlights of all of our episodes. But with that being said, let's get into our guest. Adrian, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's good, guys? How you guys doing?
What's up? Good chilling, dude.
Appreciate you making the drive. You said you were out here for work, right?
Yeah.
So like you were at your hotel already? It was on
yeah. I was like already in my hotel, and I was like, since I watched the show, I was like, oh, they in Indy, I might as well just hit them up and be like,
Yeah, dude,
I can pull up, you know.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming on. When you messaged me that you were on your way, I was like, oh, he's
you probably thought I was from Long
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, because we didn't know you were down here. So I'm like, this is gonna drive an hour.
I'm like, babe, we got an hour, and you got here early. That's why we were still setting up. I'm like, oh shit.
I was getting like 120 on the freeway or something.
Yeah, you guys are like 20 minutes earlier than we thought. And I was like, dang, dude, this is like rush down here.
I mean, I do drive fast, but like,
yeah.
Yeah, so to start off, you want to give a little introduction about yourself, like where you went to school, just whatever you want to say.
Well, I mean, we went to school together, so we kind of grew up together, I feel like, so I've known you guys a lot longer than a lot of like people that I hang out with nowadays. But I mean, I'm a former podcast. I guess you could call me like a part-time podcaster because I don't really podcast no more. But I did have one, and I just like go to concerts a lot. That's one of my favorite things to do. And then I review music sometimes as well for the podcast or just in general. I've been trying to start a blog, but I'm taking my time with it right now.
Yeah. Nice. What was it on the podcast, just so people know?
It was called Oxcord Lords,
Nice.
and I was doing it with my good friend David. And then we just kind of just stopped doing it, and then I'm gonna bring it back. But I literally just deleted all the episodes, like literally like 2 weeks ago, and I deleted the Instagram account. I just
Why?
I don't know. Like I just felt like I wanted to start over in a way. Yeah, I wanted to start fresh, and I might bring it back with the same name and everything, but until like then, it's like kind of over with right now. But I have all the files still, so in case I do want to bring it, like I can just re-upload it.
Yeah. Well, I really like the name Oxford Lords, and I don't know. I think maybe even if you bring somebody else on, or even try by yourself, you know, like just to see how it goes. If not, then oh well. But
I mean, like I told you, it's really difficult to do it by yourself because it's like you don't have the only ideas is like in your head. So like if someone's talking or you're by yourself, you don't really have those ideas yet.
Right.
Yeah, there's not really like
a conversation.
You're literally talking to nothing.
Yeah, you're just like it makes you feel a little crazy, no?
Yeah, exactly. So when we stopped doing it, I was doing album reviews for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I literally would just do like album reviews of a certain album and go as long as I can or I could. So it would just be like 10 to 12 minutes of like just talking about a certain album. Because growing up, like how long have you guys been like listening to podcasts?
I would say a year and a half for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the first one, the earliest I can remember listening to a podcast and being like, all right, this is a podcast, maybe 5 years ago, and that was Joe Rogan. I don't know how I found out about him, but he was the first podcast I listened to, and then now I've branched out and listened to so many other ones.
Well, that's a good one to start.
Only literally like the biggest podcast out there.
I only watch him when I know the guest.
Yeah. I used to like be a diehard and just watch every single one, no matter what, you know.
Yeah, I think I've only seen both of his Elon Musk ones. That's it.
I don't think
those are good.
I don't think I've seen those.
Oh no.
Nah, I know those are the most popular ones, but I don't think I've sat down.
I like the one with Mike Tyson. He did one with Snoop Dogg, which is pretty dope.
Damn, that sounds dope.
Yeah, but now it's like it depends. My favorite ones are when he has comedians, when it's like just a funny one. Because sometimes he gets like too deep into like a certain field whenever he brings like a specialist or like a doctor on. And I was like, bro, I couldn't care less right now. I'm like, so I just skip it and I go on something else.
Yeah, but going back to your podcast, I know before we started recording, you mentioned like going live on Twitch and stuff.
Yeah, because you got to do it by yourself. I felt like that would be a lot easier to get on Twitch and just do. Anthony Fantano does a good job about that. He's like the internet's he calls himself the internet's busiest music nerd. Honestly, I think he is because he like pumps out like a shoe every day.
Bald guy.
Yes.
I only know him because he reviews KSI's music every once in a while.
Okay.
And it's on KSI's video, so that's the only way I know.
Yeah. So I remember watching him in like high school, like.
Damn, all the way back then.
Right. So like, I started to realize that like I loved listening to interviews of like my favorite artists and stuff.
Yeah.
Very, very early on in my like journey of music and stuff like that. So like at first I was listening because at the end of the day, podcasting is just a conversation. Right. So like an interview in a way is kind of a podcast. So if they would talk for 40 minutes, that's technically a podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would listen to like my favorite artists, like literally interviews, like whether it was like a radio show, whether it was just them talking to like someone random. I was really young listening to that, like as long as I could be on the internet.
Dang, so you started listening to that stuff really early on.
Yeah, so like, and then when I started getting into podcasts, I think we were, you graduated the same year as I did?
I think a year after you. You're a year older than me. So you graduated 2016.
Yes.
Yeah, so I graduated 2017.
Okay, so I was listening to podcasts like 2016.
Dang.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's early. I think that's when, like, so that means you got on podcasting before it got huge. Like, I think right before it started kicking off.
Well, yeah, but like there wasn't a lot of like rap podcasts or like podcasts about music. So there was literally only like a few. But like at the end of the day, like I feel like radio shows and radio hosts are kind of like podcasters because they have to talk to someone like.
Yeah, but I think it's more. I think podcasting is better, specifically when it's like just one person, like a solo show, as far as like there's not a huge company behind it.
Right.
Because you can just kind of talk about whatever.
That's
versus
true.
like a radio show, you kind of have to keep it.
You have to be filtered.
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah, and you can tell like when an artist is like on the radio show compared to like when they're on a podcast because they're like unfiltered.
Yeah.
And I look kind of like that.
The unfiltered stuff better.
And you can tell that like when they're on the radio show, like their labels behind them, like literally in the corner of the room, they're like, we can't talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So like you can tell that they're getting media trained and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. But yeah, going back to the Twitch thing, I am planning to do it, but I needed to like get settled in first before I do all that. Mm-hmm.
Cause you said you're out here for work right now, and you're working like crazy hours. Right
Yeah,
now.
so like I think that's the issue I had with the podcast too, is because like scheduling and all that. I'm sure you guys know that, like scheduling and everything like that is probably like the most difficult thing. Especially if you're working. I mean, I'm assuming it's a lot easier for you guys because you guys have brothers and stuff like that, so you guys communicate a lot better. But like when you're like doing it with a friend, it's kind of like, hey, are you busy this day? Yeah, like type of thing.
Yeah, or like you don't get a text back in like 3 days or something.
Yeah, type shit.
Yeah, well, it just depends. I think that just means whoever's on the other side, they're just probably not in it. You know, like because even if it's a friend and they're like, all right, cool, like we're doing this podcast, like you guys are gonna make it happen one way or another.
Yeah, and also I feel like how bad do you want it type of thing.
Exactly.
And a lot of people like don't really want, like a lot of people probably look at us weird just for having a podcast. You feel me? But like I don't. Yeah, it is what it is. Like I don't give a fuck. But like a lot of people will be like that, and if they don't have the passion for it, then there's no reason to do it. You know?
Yeah, because like for example, Pablo drives 30 minutes every week to come here to record the podcast. Like other people, like especially I think people in Lafayette, if they were to like see like a 30-minute drive every week for a podcast, like bro, like kind of I don't even want to drive 10 minutes to Walmart right now.
Yeah.
So like it's just like you have to want it and you have to like
love this shit.
Yeah, and it just depends because like some days, like some weeks we can't make it. So we'll talk about it in advance and be like, hey, next week I can't make it for XYZ reason. So in the week prior we double record. Right. You know, we do 2 shoots so that then I got one, he's got one, and that way we don't miss an upload.
You guys ever run out of topics?
There was a period of time, I think maybe about like 2 episodes back when it was just me and Pablo doing it. We were like we've been talking to each other for the past 2 months. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, and I think that's a big issue too, because like what we ran into, especially when we were doing like a rap specific podcast.
Yeah, it makes it hard, huh?
It makes it hard because man, damn, 1 week an album, like there's no albums that come out, and if they were like not worth talking about. So it's kind of like, damn, what do we do this week? But like the good thing is that we kind of related to like sports a lot too. So like music, sports, and then pretty much anything else in the world that I would like to talk about.
Yeah, well, see, that's why it's cool to have like a niche thing, but it's also nice to kind of be a little bit more broad.
Yeah.
Because like that's how we do ours, where we, you know, just we try to keep it a little bit more motivational and just kind of like, yo, like what's been going on, like what are you doing and stuff like that. But at the same time, we just talk about whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
you know,
like I just watched the one you guys did with Cole, and I was like,
you know Cole?
A little bit. He's like a friend of a friend, and I've met him a few times at the gym. Like I ran into him at the gym a few times. He's a cool dude, but yeah, like when they were talking about like working out and stuff, like I kind of can't relate to that because I stopped working out. Yeah, but it's always like a love-hate relationship with me with the gym. Out, yeah, because like one month I'll be going hard at it, and the next month I'm like, dude, I don't know if I can do this, you know?
Yeah.
So it really is like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, it's just like anything else, like how you said, it's like how bad you want it.
Yeah.
You know,
to me, I've always thought like the gym's not for me. Like I've always in high school when I would see people like in the gym and like working out, I'm like, well, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like once you get older, you realize like, damn, you kind of have to do it just to like feel good,
stay healthy.
Yeah. So I was going for a little bit, and then I just recently stopped.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be the gym as long as you're working out. You know, like if cardio's your thing, cardio's your thing.
Right.
If you want to buy some dumbbells and just work out at home by yourself, like cool. You know, just as long as you're trying to stay healthy. You know, I think at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah.
You know, but again, like before we started the pod, we were talking about shoes.
Yeah.
And you were saying that you get your shoes in Lafayette.
For the most part, yeah. But I'm gonna be honest with you, like when I look at my collection, I realize that like I bought a lot of them in stores in like Chicago or some stuff. So like I love going to Chicago. It's my favorite city next to like San Francisco. But when I go up there, I try to like find a deal, and then if it's a shoe I know I'm gonna wear, like I don't have a problem paying over market. Yeah, I know I'm gonna wear it.
Yeah, because you're like, I want this shoe, I'm gonna get my use out of it. Yeah. So then,
the best way to do it too, I feel like, as someone who's like a sneakerhead but also wears your shoes, buy like if you can't buy it new, buy it pre-owned. Because you're gonna wear it anyway, so what's the point if someone else already wore it 2 times?
Right, especially if you're gonna wear it and not try to put it up for and sell it.
So like a lot of my collection I haven't really sold. Like the only things I've had sold is like the brand new stuff because I haven't wore it. If I know for a fact I bought it like 5 months ago and I haven't worn it, I'm not gonna wear it. You know. Facts. So like I might as well just get rid of them.
Yeah.
So with those shoes, you just end up selling.
Yeah. Right now I have a nice collection, but like I said, I'm also like investing into it. Yeah. So like I have a lot of I have like a few pairs that I have 2 or 3 more of, like of the same shoe. I'm just waiting for like the market to go a little bit higher. Yeah.
That's so crazy because when we had Danny on, like the whole market, like shoe market, I'm like, dude, this is the market.
It's insane. Yeah. It's really crazy to know how far it's like become. Like me and Danny have always been like those guys in high school that were like, these shoes are fire. But like at the time, like I don't know about him, but I was broke, so like I was not. Buying these shoes and shit.
Yeah. You just appreciated them.
Yes.
You couldn't buy them for yourself.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like even when I was like the first shoe I saw, like the Tiffany Dunk Highs in like 2014, like fell in love with shoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I eventually bought them, but like
that must have been like a big thing.
Yeah. I bought them like right when the pandemic happened. And like I got them for like a pretty good deal, and now they're worth like twice as much.
Ooh,
so it's pretty cool that I bought them like right when before the pandemic happened, and so like you see kind of what happened. Like it's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Yeah, so growing up in high school, you were like kind of like really good buds with Danny, right? You guys were both sneakerheads.
Fashion kids, we were probably like one of the very few in high school.
Literally, like you stand out wherever you walk. So, that guy's got drip.
With like the Supreme and like the what's it, the one with the bomb. What was that?
The hundreds.
The hundreds, yeah.
The one with like the bomb on the hat.
You know what? It's the one that Poncho would always wear.
The bomb.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That was like one of my favorite bands at the time. Yeah, for sure.
You're also part of the shuffling group.
Oh
right?
God! Dude, I remember that. I feel like shuffling was cool back then, and then I feel like it's still kind of cool in the EDM world because I've seen people like do it like at like raves and stuff, and I'm like, Bro, we were doing this in like 2012.
Yeah, bro, I was 16. You guys are 25. What are you doing?
Yeah, I cannot see myself at a rave or anything like that and doing that. Like,
Dude, I remember sitting at the lunch table with like Alex and like Poncho and AJ and all them. We seen you guys shuffling over there by the vending machines. I'm like, you're so cool, bro.
nah, y'all were probably clowning us. Like,
well,
like
okay, lucky, yeah, but.
Yeah. I mean, looking back at us, we were fucking stupid. But, like, I mean, you can't.
And
like,
everyone had like the bags of hot Cheetos with them.
Bro, I swear to God, but like, I kind of can't like hate on that because I feel like when I got into that is when I really got into like clothes and like fashion, and I think that's what started this entire thing that I have now. So like, imagine if I didn't go through that phase, like I don't know how I would be dressing now, you know?
Right. Yeah, like you would never found that interest.
Yeah,
as like
and that interest really had me in the chokehold, bro. Like
but we could tell, dude. We could tell.
But yeah, dog. Like that was like the beginning of like my fashion trends, you know, like. Yeah. So by the time we graduated, though, I was kind of out of it, but I was like, I graduated into like Supreme and stuff, you know, like. But like in like sophomore, freshman, junior year, like we weren't wearing Supreme yet because we didn't really know where to get it. And then you start to realize like how easy it is if you have the internet. So yeah.
So on like the hierarchy of like streetwear and heavy stuff, what's like top tier and
right
what's
now?
Like, yeah. Well, okay, so like.
Because I can tell you right now.
Okay, so
like, I can tell you like 2015.
Okay, so let's go right now first, and then I want to take it back to the past, like when we were all kind of in that like high school phase. So right now, what's like the top tier, and what's kind of something mid and something low? That, you know, like you see somebody wearing something, like they're just barely getting started.
Okay, so like the Nike Dunk.
The ones that came out recently.
Like I mean, any color.
Those are like down here.
Yeah.
Okay, but.
Those are like.
No, look, I want those shoes.
they're great basic shoes.
Okay.
But to me, I would not wear a pair right now because everyone has them.
Oh, it's too saturated.
It's way too saturated. They drop one every week.
Facts.
Are those the pair of shoes Emma has? The high tops?
They're low tops.
No.
Okay. They're low tops.
Andy has like 5 pairs of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like those, to me, is like a cool starter. You know what I'm saying? You're just getting into your little fashion thing. You know what I'm saying? And I also think it's Nike's fault for doing that because they obviously know what's going on, so they're just like pumping these out and like killing them really fast.
Okay.
So in my opinion, I don't think they'll be popular by the end of the year.
Okay.
But I could also be very wrong.
Right.
You know, that's just my opinion. I would say like, do you know the brand like Off-White?
Yeah, I know Off-White.
Okay, so I would say Off-White's like in the above mid.
Okay.
It's like, alright, cool.
Like
there's
you're
things that
starting to know what you're doing.
Yeah. Oh, I think you already know what you're doing if you're wearing Off-White.
Okay, got it.
But like, I think the Nike collaborations, they're all pretty dope. But there are a lot of like, I don't know how to explain it. Like they're all different variations, and I think certain variations are good, but then there's some that are like, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think Supreme at like 2015 was like, in 2016, 2017 was like top tier like streetwear. Now I don't think they're like even in the top 5 in my opinion.
Why is that?
So they got bought out by a company, and they started to like pump out like kind of how Nike is, like not like their like exclusivity kind of got, well yeah, I think that's the issue, like their exclusivity got like ruined in a way. So like now, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think they still put out quality pieces, like as far as like quality material, I think they are in the top tier. It's just like no one's really wearing it anymore. So like only if you know type of thing with Supreme, because I literally saw some jeans that they put out like a few weeks ago that I really wanted, and I was like, I'm not spending $398 on the jeans. Yeah. I mean I would, but not like that kind of jeans. They were like really like crazy. Yeah.
Okay. Do they still make like snowboards, crowbars?
Yeah, they make all that. Yeah, every season they make like different accessories and stuff.
That's
yeah.
cool.
So I'm not gonna lie, their accessories are like probably in the top 2 category, but their clothing, I think, like quality wise, I think is up there. But I think I don't know, for some reason, as soon as they got bought out, I don't know how to explain it. Like everything changed. The sizing of their shirts changed. Everything. So I don't know really what happened behind the scenes, but yeah.
So are you a big fan of when like these companies collab? Because I know Supreme did some stuff with North Face.
Yeah, well, that's like classic. They always do that. Like every 2-3 years, you'll see a Supreme North Face collab. Honestly, I think they're all pretty good. I don't think they've had a bad one. They actually just announced one like this week.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so I think it's pretty decent. But
yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't spend like $400 on a jacket, you know, unless I really fucking want it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's North Face, like I was spending money on some North Face, bro.
Yeah,
like, that stuff's quality, especially if it had like a Supreme
the badge on the side
to it. Yeah, dude.
Bro, like my wardrobe is from Target.
Hey, after getting that shit from work, like I'm not gonna wear like $40 t-shirts to work and get it ruined.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, the stuff I wear to work is all from Sam's Club. I just bought a bunch of clothes at Sam's Club. I'm like, all right, this is my work pieces. And
Yeah, I have
good.
this like select few items that I have in my wardrobe that like are above a good price. And I'm like, dude, I wear these on special occasions or like when I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything's from like Target, Walmart.
Hey, no hate over here, man. That's fire. But going back to like another brand I really like, which is Stussy.
I know Stussy.
Yeah, Stussy has, I think, quality-wise, one of the best.
You know, Valentine
Yeah,
Ortiz.
Yeah.
He was really into Stussy. I don't know about now. Probably still is, but I know in high school he was big on it.
Yeah, so like they've always, I think they started in the 90s. So all these brands, bro, like they've been around for years, like since before we were born.
Yeah.
So Supreme was like in the 90s. Stussy, Diamond Supply started like early 2000, and then so did the 100. So like all these brands, bro, like they started in like a long time ago.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're even still.
Dang, so most of these brands are like 30 years old.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's still relatively new for like a clothing brand. You don't think?
No, I think they're like the OGs.
Oh, okay.
Because I think there's like so many new brands nowadays that like
It's hard to keep
either
up.
it's hard to and especially with like the world of like TikTok, there's so many brands that pop up on my feed every fucking day, and I'm like, this shit is fucking trash. Like I wouldn't wear any of this.
Dude.
But like I also think about it like it's kind of like how not music, but like I would say music because like all the old heads were like the 90s stuff and all the new kids like the new stuff.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of like the same way where like if you really like clothes, you'll respect the OGs, but like all these new and up and coming brands are kind of like I don't know. Everyone has their own style at the end of the day.
Right. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to music, do you prefer like you like hip hop and rap? Like is that
for the
like
most
your
part,
main
yeah.
ones?
But I'll listen to like really anything.
Yeah.
Man. I'll
Country.
Besides country.
Yeah,
Besides
see, that's,
country.
yeah. I'm right there with you, bro.
Like I'm not gonna lie to you, like I've heard a few country songs that I like, but they're not on my playlist. They're not getting played in the car. They're nothing, you know. So I would say that's like the only genre.
Imagine Adrian driving down like dressed like that, and then you're bumping some
Like
country
Open
music.
Wallet?
Like, stuff.
Is that your thing? I don't even know.
I don't even know, bro. I know like how I don't know the like names of songs, but like when a song comes out, I'm like, oh, I know that one. But Gabby got me into it.
Oh,
She's
okay.
like she grew up listening to country and all that, so I like it to an extent, but I don't go out of my way to look at a certain artist's music.
Is that for any genre?
That would be just for country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but as far as like genres and
Yeah,
stuff,
so like, what do you guys? Let me know, like, what do you guys? What's your favorite thing to listen to right now?
I would feel like mine is very broad compared to Pablo's, I think, because I listen to like literally anything. Like on my workout playlist, I had some 6ix9ine on there. I had sorry. But like I couldn't name half of the artists that I have on my playlist right now. Because if I'm the type of person that listens to a song, if I like the song, cool, so put it on my playlist. I don't really like go too deep into like, oh, like this is the artist of it. But yeah, I mean, I don't have like a top artist that I have because I'm not really too much into it like that. If I like the song, I'm gonna save it.
What about you, Pablo?
So I go back and forth, and I don't like to listen to too much mainstream stuff. Like I'll do it just because like especially like if the song is good. But my favorite type of music is like a low key chill, where they're rapping about like a struggle that they're going through, you know, or just like rapping about like just talking shit. Being like, yo, like I'm number one, like fuck you, you know, like I went through all this shit, like.
I can probably give you a few artists to listen to that
Oh, yeah?
sound like that.
Like
they're like chill and not like hype stuff.
Yeah,
for sure.
but I also like some hype stuff. Like there's this one by J Balvin that's I forget what it's called. It's like Siete de Mayo, or like whenever his birthday is, the name of the song. And I like it because it talks about like where he came from in Colombia and what he's done and all this. And there's this these two rappers from Argentina that I've been listening to. One's called Homer and Mero Mero, and there's another guy called Acru, ACRU, and they just popped into my playlist one day.
Probably because you were listening to a lot of like Latin artists, so they just kind of
dude. And then
okay. Oh, another question. Sorry to cut you off.
Bro.
Spotify or Apple Music?
Spotify.
Damn.
Bro, I leech off of his account, so like.
Okay, because that makes a lot more sense because Spotify is so good at like recommending artists. So that makes a lot more sense. Now, if you told me Apple Music, I would have been like kind of blown away.
Yeah.
Because I think Apple Music is like, as far as like playlisting goes and like recommending artists, I think they're like down. But I personally use Apple Music. I don't really like Spotify like that.
Oh, okay.
It's just like more friendly.
More user friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I do a lot of Spotify. And another dude I listen to is Santa Fe Clan, a Mexican dude. He's a rapper. But yeah, I just like stuff that's more. I don't know. It's like I like rap, but I like to understand what they say, and then when they're just talking the shit, you know, I like that.
So would you say you listen to a bunch of like Mexican music, not Mexican, but
Latin
Spanish?
I try to venture out to more Latin, like Spanish speaking stuff. Personally, yeah, just because sometimes I feel like I'm losing the language. So I'm like, dude,
so you gotta go back.
Yeah,
I get that.
You know?
I get that.
And sometimes, low key, I'll start bumping some Juanes.
Classic.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but yeah, that's really kind of my music. I go back and forth between like my music stuff, but I don't know. I'm just kind of there, bro. To be honest.
Like those Latin artists are crazy because like Bad Bunny and J Balvin are like top tier. Like as far as like streaming wise and all that.
Yeah.
Like Bad Bunny just dropped the new album and like it's been #1 the entire time.
Yeah, dude.
Like no
it's
one
a good
else
album, though.
And like people like Jack Harlow, Kendrick, Future have dropped between that time and no one's touched him.
So
it's kinda
what do you think it is about Bad Bunny that
I think his music is like universal. At the end of the day, it's like there's a lot of people are not gonna like this, but like in like a few years, I feel like Spanish is gonna be the #1 language in this country. So like I think the fact that a lot more people can listen to his music than just, you know, like an English rapper.
Right.
I think that's the #1 thing about it. So like when you look at those Spotify, like, you know, rates at like his streams, you realize like he's #1, not just in the US, but like the entire
like worldwide.
Yeah.
Man.
So
are the majority of his songs in Spanish?
you don't listen to Bad Bunny?
No, bro.
Yeah, it's all Spanish.
All Spanish.
All of
it's
it.
all Spanish.
Yeah.
He's like top.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the thing is, it's like
he's like next to Drake. Like
yeah, dude.
he's doing Drake
and
numbers.
he's Puerto Rican, so
Yeah.
you know how they kind of slur their words when they talk a lot. So like all his music's like that. Well, low key sometimes I don't understand what he's saying. Yeah. But he's still up top. He's still up there.
And I think he's also one of the best artists out just in general because I feel like he like brings awareness to like not random stuff, but like shit that actually goes down in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think he's like a big activist towards like anyone can like relate to what he's saying, and then like guys can relate to songs of like being sad or like, you know, like having like, I don't know, he has a new song out right now and it's like, how many girlfriends do I have? So a lot of people can probably relate to that type of thing. But also like his fan base is like a lot of girls too.
I think it's like majority girls.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which is funny to mention because I think one of his songs.
Shout out Marita.
Oh yeah. Or Mari. Yeah. So I think one of his songs is called Andrea.
Yeah.
So one of my coworkers, that's her name, and she's a diehard Bad Bunny fan.
Oh my god, dude, she's probably losing her mind.
That song recently just came out, right? Like in his
it's on the new album.
Yeah, so when it came out, I was at work. She's like, Jose, Bad Bunny came out with a song named Andrea.
do you know the backstory behind that song?
No, I don't.
The name Andrea is actually a name of a girl that got killed in Puerto Rico.
Oh.
So like he actually like when I say he's an activist, like he really does like talk about this shit like through his music. and like he's done so many interviews and like late night appearances where like he literally like instead of singing a song, like he'll have a shirt saying like rest in peace to like whoever passed away like in a tragedy or something like that. And I think that's probably why he's like one of the top tier artists, because he like just a real person.
Yeah, he's not just out there making music.
Yeah, he's like literally relates, like you can relate to his music. His new music video for Titi Me Preguntó is like so fire, and it's like he like tapped into his like New York Puerto Rican roots, like Boricua roots.
Yeah.
And the freaking music video is so fire. Like he actually did it like on like a corner store in New York type of thing, and you could tell like he's like so authentic with it. Yeah, I think that's number one about it. Like he's authentic.
I'm gonna check out that video.
It's fire.
Yeah. I think it's cool because like you can like an artist and the song sounds cool on the surface, but then when you dig into it, what was the reason behind the song, or like how did you come up with it? You listen to a little bit of the backstory about it. It makes the song so much more enjoyable.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah, I agree.
To a Bad Bunny concert?
No, but I want to. Yes, I do want to.
Yeah. And do you think some of his fame has to do with the appearances he's made, like WWE, or now he's got like a Marvel role?
Yeah. I think it for sure has helped him, but I don't think
that's like the main factor.
I don't think that's the main factor at all.
Because I was like a side quest for him.
Yeah, I think, and on top of that, him in WWE, I think is like the best thing like ever.
Bro, that was mad, and he wasn't just like there. Like he did the whole thing. He was like a whole wrestler.
Yeah, apparently he like took off a few months from music and everything just to focus in wrestling. And I think he got a lot of respect from the wrestlers because a lot of people, when they ask people to come back to, or like celebrities, they don't really take the time to learn. But he really like locked himself in for like a few months to learn and like actually do this wrestling stuff.
That's just how dedicated he is to his work.
Yeah, so that I think that's he got a lot of love from the locker room of like the wrestlers and stuff.
Yeah.
Like every time they talk about who's the best celebrity that they've had, they all say Bad Bunny.
All Bad Bunny. Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, like that's your livelihood, and if you got whatever celebrity coming in and just kind of half-assing it.
Yeah, because he could hurt them in a way.
Yeah.
Especially like there was a move that he did that like that move is like banned, and like they let him do it. Like it was crazy as fuck.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's so much. I watch wrestling a bit, so like I kind of know what's like right or wrong in such a way. And when I saw him do that, I was like, oh, they're not even, the wrestlers like are not even allowed to do that.
You're like,
and they
not supposed to do that.
Yeah. I'm like, number one, that wrestler has hella trust in him to do that, and number two, like, oh damn, they let him do it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as like artists goes, what would be your
my top?
Yeah.
You're like, you're like, how can I answer that?
Yeah, for sure. I was okay. So, Tyler the Creator is my number one. He's always been my number one since like high school. Like that was my first concert, bro. I went to this concert, and I was a junior in high school.
Damn.
And that was my first concert. Yeah. But ever since then, well, I was a fan of him before, but when I saw him the first time, I was like, I'm a fan for life. So I've seen him like 5 times since then.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So every time he tours, whether it's Chicago or India, I'm always there.
Nice.
Yeah. But he would be my top. Then I have Kanye, even though I know sometimes he kind of a little crazy. But like,
yeah, but hey man, like a little bit of crazy makes some good music.
Hey man, he's a Gemini, so like and I would say Kendrick too. Not just he's also a Gemini, but he's like he actually has my birthday too. So Kendrick is
like the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right on.
Mm-hmm. So I'd say them 3 are my top. And The Weeknd. I love The Weeknd.
The Weeknd, really?
Yes, I love The Weeknd.
I can't get behind
Especially his old stuff.
Yeah.
His old stuff from like 2012 to like 2014.
Yeah.
Oh, 2015.
I just can't do a lot of music that's like I get love music has a place, but sometimes I'm like, bro, like, get it, bro. Yeah, like where he's talking about like, oh, like I banged this chick, or like, oh, like I miss you, or this.
I can't.
I'm just like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Oh, you're wild for that. Yeah, I don't know. I just like there's certain like artists have like auras. Like when you listen to them, you believe what they're saying.
Yeah.
And when I listen to his music in like 2012, like I believe he's doing cocaine off like a girl. You know.
Yeah.
Like I believe that shit because he was actually doing it. But like when you listen to the music, it's like yeah, I can hear this. You know, I can hear this playing at the strip club when you're walking in. Like for sure. Like so that I would say he's in my top 5. Yeah.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about Post Malone? Because I feel like he was up there when he kind of first came out with White Iverson.
Yeah.
But I haven't really heard too much or like.
He just dropped the album too.
Recently, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
But he took a long time off of music.
Yeah. So as a person, I think he's cool as hell. Like his interviews are like.
Yeah. I
cool.
like his interviews.
His interviews are pretty dope. As far as music goes, I think he's good, but like to me, I don't really listen to him that much. And I've seen him, like I went to a concert of his.
Oh, cool.
So like I thought he was a good performer, but there's also like, do you guys ever think of like music is like a certain phase of your life type of thing?
Like certain music,
Yeah. So like I feel like I relate to him a lot more like back in the day than I do now. So like I don't listen to him no more.
Like when you listen to his music, it kind of takes you back then. And you're like, oh, like I appreciate it, but it's not really for me.
Yeah,
I
like
can kind of relate to that, especially with Post Malone, because it's really weird. But like back in high school, I think it might have been my junior year or senior year. Back when when you first got the car,
the Impala, oh dude,
we were driving around late at night. We'd be banging some Post Malone with like AJ and like boys.
Dude, AJ was into Post Malone.
And he was like emotionally into it. So like it was fun to like listen to it and watch him like be emotionally into it. So like
get all hyped and stuff.
Yeah, it has a phase, like you said, a phase in my life, like that in that part of high school.
Yeah, do you think well, if you guys aren't really into music, you won't understand this, but like, do you think like 2016 was like the best year? People always say this, like just in general.
I think.
Well, okay, so what came out around that time?
Well, that whole like Lil Uzi, Lil Yachty type of thing, like that whole like not mumble rap, but like kind of mumble rap. Like I hate to say that because I don't think they're mumble rappers, but like they like put them in that category. But like the whole like I don't know how to explain it. Like 2016, like you listen to songs from that time, and like it like just brings you back to that year type of thing. Okay. And then I don't know if it's because like it was the year that I graduated and I was like so lit that summer.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was just that. But like I also see people saying like 2016 was the best year, and I'm like, I'm looking back at it and I'm like, okay, maybe.
I think there were some pretty good songs during that year. I think for me personally, I think it's not necessarily a year, but like a time in my life.
Right.
Where like I heard that song, I'm like, you know what, like when I was listening to that song, or like throughout this period of time, that one specific song was like banging, like it was my song, and like I can remember clearly back into those years and how like it made me feel.
Plus we were like kids and not have like no responsibilities.
Oh yeah. Get around playing
the good old days. I would come home, go straight to play some soccer.
Can I ask you when you went to the military?
Yeah, it was fall. It was November in 2015 is when I left.
2015?
I graduated in 2015.
That's true. You are older.
Yeah.
Damn.
Or he's 30.
Wait, no, hell no.
No, you can't go 5 years on me like that. I'm
No,
25.
I was like, really?
No, I'm only 25, bro. Chill.
Like that's like, oh, you I did though. I was like, yo, you 30?
Yo, what am I doing here with the grown ass man? No, I'm 25.
And
bro.
how long were you in the military?
4 years.
Oh, is that like the minimum?
Yeah. I did the minimum, and I was gonna join again or like re-enlist, but push came to shove. I didn't really like the options they gave me. I said, "Fuck you, I'm out." So now I'm here.
And did you live in Japan all 4 years?
No, 2 years. So I did 1 year. It's just training in between Cali, North Carolina, and then I did 2 years in Japan, and then I did a year and a half roughly in North Carolina.
Damn. So what was it like when they told you like you're going to Japan?
Well, that's what I wanted.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted it. Dude, yeah, I got the news going to Japan, and I was like, I can't fucking believe this shit. Okay, dude, I remember going, and when I first got to Japan, I remember sitting.
Mind blown, right?
Yeah, I was like,
I believe it.
It's almost like movie-esque, because like music video type. Like I got there late at night. It was like 1 or 2 in the morning. There was a bus that picked up a whole bunch of us. I sat down on the window seat, and I was looking out and just at all these like
Buildings.
blue, red, like lights and buildings, and just driving down the city and the cars and the nightlife, and I was like, yo, I was taking it in. I was like,
you kind of have to, because a lot of people don't soak in that moment, and like.
Yeah, I have the image burned in my head
have
of being there, dude. Like
Yeah.
when I first got there, and like low-key sometimes if I think about it hard, like I can feel how I felt.
Those are the best memories.
Yeah, dude. I try not to do it too often, just because I don't want that memory to lose its value.
Yeah.
You know, but like one like kind of going back to like the music thing. When I was in Japan, I think like a year in is when Drake dropped the More Life album.
Okay.
And I don't know how good it is or whatever like the community thinks about it, but that was like when I first started being like, oh shit, you know, music, and like some songs that on that album I still think about, because like I'd wake up at like 4 a.m. and just start driving to like a certain like airfield, because that's where I had to go work for the whole fucking day, and I remember just driving in the middle of the night, just bumping that song, just driving, you know.
Hey, that's fire.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but you want to go to Japan?
That's my dream. One of the dreams for sure. You go to Japan.
What cities you thinking about?
Shibuya and like Tokyo.
Tokyo and all that stuff. Yeah, dude.
Why Japan?
It just looks so like different. Like I just want to go see it. You know, because you see videos and all that, but like being there is different.
It's nice. It's nice. Everyone's more respectful. You can be drunk in public as long as you're not being like too dumb or anything. Like it's fine. Like most people just look at you and be like, oh, look at that dumbass American. But you know, like low key, they look at you like that. But you're like, yo, fuck, I'm having fun.
Yeah. For sure.
But it's cool. And then they have what I like is that they have like whole buildings dedicated to arcades. And like the first floor is one type of game and like one like vibe. And you go up, and it has like 6 or 7 floors, and every floor is different. It's all arcade, the whole building, and every floor is dedicated to like a different character or a different style of games. Bro, it's nice.
Is it true that they got like real life Mario Kart?
Yeah. When I was living in
the streets and shit.
I never got to do it because I never got like my license or whatever.
Your Mario Kart license.
But like there was something you had to do to be able to drive down there. But when I was in Okinawa, the big city down there was called Naha, and you went down there and they had a thing like that, and you would just drive around the streets. Like you would have a person, I'm pretty sure, that would kind of be guiding you. But you'd be driving these little go-karts dressed as the character, just driving around in the middle of the night. Yeah, dude.
I would, this is like an open invitation, but like, I would be anybody in Mario Kart.
That's cat, bro.
I'm God.
Okay, I know for a fact I wouldn't win because I suck, but he's pretty fucking good.
I'm pretty good too.
Bro.
I'm pretty good too. I'm pretty good. You can have Caesar.
Caesar. Caesar.
No, Caesar Loki sucks at Mario Kart. He's really good at Smash Bros, but he kind of sucks at Mario Kart.
Okay.
I can fuck him up in some Smash Bros, man. I'm really good at it.
There's an open invitation. Anybody that wants to smoke can get it.
You're first. Hit him up.
That's right.
So Pablo graduated from high school and went to the military. After you graduated from high school, what was your whole like situation?
Oh
what
fuck,
you do?
dude.
You're like, dang.
Nothing really. I was like, well, I got a job senior year, so like, when you say I've been on my grind, I've been on my grind since like senior year, and I haven't stopped.
Nice.
I went to college for a little bit for like business management, and then I dropped out, got the job where I'm at now, and then just slowly just like moved up in the company. But I mean, for the most part, I've just been working, and then traveling whenever I can. Yeah.
So what do you do for your job, if you don't mind me asking?
I kind of don't really want to talk about
Yeah,
it.
it's not good.
just because like I try to keep that like, I don't know, like away from it.
Like you try to kind of have like two separate things.
Yeah, I try to do like two separate things just because I don't want anything that I say on here to like come back to me, especially at my job.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not clocked in, like I would just rather just not talk about it. You know?
Yeah. So do you think college isn't for you, or you think like later at one point you'll go back?
I have been battling that recently, like, cause eventually I do want to like, I don't know if it's like too late to start it, but I for sure want to start like throwing like some parties or something like that.
Okay.
But like I want to be like the business side of it type of thing, where like I
like the logistics side.
Yeah, like booking it and like just not actually going to the parties, but like booking it. You know
So you're trying to like be a promoter.
I would say like that'd be
Kinda.
cool. Yeah, but make shows that I want to see. You know, like because everyone can throw a fucking party, but like no one. But like if you do throw like a specific kind of party, it'd be a little bit different.
Right.
So like growing up, I also wanted to DJ a little bit, and I'd still want to pursue that a little bit. Just like either like mixing, doing things like that, and I have tried to do it on my laptop a little bit. But yeah, I do want to eventually do that. At first, I went to like school for business because I wanted to open up my own like clothing store. Kind of like how Plato's has it. Like I used to work at Plato's. Like I can talk about that shit because I used to work there, and that's kind of how I would get my drip sometimes because people would just bring in stuff, and since it was so cheap, I would just buy it. And then since I worked there, I got a discount. But I literally would just like for a while, my whole wardrobe was like from there, yeah. And then since it was a majority girls store, and I was also the only guy that worked there, so like I got really close with like my coworkers to the point where they would literally, if I wasn't working, they would put stuff away that would come in, be like, hey, this looks like your style. So like,
that's so cool.
Yeah,
like,
so
like Adrian might like this. We're gonna put it in her apartment.
Yeah, so like I would come back from my day off and be like, oh, these stuff came in yesterday. We put it aside.
Yeah.
So you can like look at it. I was like, oh shit, that's fine.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So I got really close with them. I don't really talk to them nowadays because they all went their own, separate ways.
Yeah.
But I saw them on social and I would say like happy birthday or like say hi to them sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So for like the DJing, have you ever thought about just trying like DJ some stuff or like put some remixes onto your laptop and like post it on somewhere? Or...
So the thing about me is like I like having experiences.
Okay.
And so to me, putting something out on the internet is not really an experience because then you don't see people reacting to like what you've made.
Yeah.
So like for me, I would love to like I would want to start off really small and be like throw like a little house party and just like.
So I got a baby shower coming up.
For real?
Yeah, for Karen.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
When's that? I don't know.
I don't know. I know what's coming. What do you mean you know about? She's pregnant. You know what's coming up.
But I didn't know you guys were doing a baby shower.
Yeah.
Why,
who doesn't? Yeah, who doesn't do a baby shower?
Before you're waiting for the gender until the day of, so I didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, but that's not that strange.
What?
Yeah, we're gonna wait till the baby's born to find out what it is.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I want to start something small and just like throw a little house party and then just like DJ the entire day, and then go from there.
Which makes sense because from what you're saying, you want like the in-person like reactions, like you want to see them.
Because when I go out to the clubs, like I'm literally listening to like the transitions of like the DJs, and I'm like, that's ass.
I thought you were gonna say that's fire.
No. I'm like, that's terrible. And like all these DJs are like really well known and shit, like that at the clubs or whatever. And I'm like, bro, I couldn't make like number one, I would play better music. Number two, I would probably make a better transition.
Dude, do it. It sounds like you got like a passion for it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was my first like when I started like I love concerts and like stuff like that. So I would love to be like a promoter for like big shows. Like that would be so cool.
Yeah, I could honestly see you doing that.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Do you have like a DJ name that you've come up with?
Nah, I haven't gotten that far yet. But like that, when I made the podcast, I felt like that was kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but I also want to do like a company where like just like book shows type of thing. So I felt like Oxcord Lords was like the beginning of it, like of me just tapping into like what I could do, and that's
honestly, you could even if you really like the name, you could continue it for that company, just like Oxcord Lords Booking or whatever.
Right? No, yeah, for sure.
That name, but
no, like I agree with that. Yeah, get the trademark, all that shit.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
So like long term, you'd like to get like your own venues to where people can
yes,
like
or have like a relationship with a venue to be like, hey, we want to book this rapper. Can you like set that up? I would literally love to be either like a tour manager or like because I would like to go travel around, and then I also like going to concerts. So ideally, my ideal job would be like a tour manager for like an artist, and I'm also very like, you guys saw how fast I got here, so like I'm really like time management.
Yeah, dude.
Like my time management skills are very good.
So yeah,
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you sent the message. I think it was like 8:15. I'm like,
Bro,
no,
I literally woke
9:15.
up, and I woke up before my alarm, and I literally was like, oh shit, I might as well just get up. Yeah.
That's dope. I like that.
Mhm.
So now the real question is, what's stopping you from doing all that?
Dude, I don't know. That's something I battle with every day. Like,
Yeah.
like I literally ask myself that every day. I'm like, what's stopping me? And I feel like you can't half-ass anything in life. So like, if I do it, I gotta go 100%.
Yeah.
So
yeah, facts.
I'm trying to be like financially okay before I, be like,
Yeah.
fuck this job type of thing and just start doing it.
Yeah.
But also like I need to start. You got to start locally. So like I would have to find like local artists and be like, hey, I can. Even if no one shows up, let's just try to book you a show. Type of thing.
Or like even starting like maybe trying to get under another DJ, starting like DJing for them, or like kind of like shadow them and
Right.
eventually have like do their DJing.
Right.
So like, and then you get your own like personal like followers. Be like, hey, like Adrian's DJing this show, and then you get like a following to where once you want to start booking stuff, they're like, oh, like dude, Adrian's like he's got his own thing now. Like let's go book with him, or let's go to his show.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Ideally, that's what I want to do. I didn't really know what I wanted to do for a very long time.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to be in some type of like, not in the music industry, but like some type of like, I don't know how to explain it. Just like something involved music, but not really in the industry.
Right.
Like in the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. So like, I don't know if you guys know, but like labels have like A&Rs. Those are like people that like go into the studio sessions with these artists, and they're like, no, yes, this sounds good, this sounds bad. Put this on the album, don't put this on the album, type of thing.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would love to have that job too. Like that would be cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So, cause like with DJing, I feel like you already have the software, so you can just kind of fuck around, do whatever,
Yeah,
start like little stuff like
yeah.
that. But do you know of any local artists you like reach out to, maybe start something? Be
Not
like,
really.
yo,
Not really.
Wait, want them?
He's cool. He is a cool dude. I fuck with him. But also like in Lafayette, like there's no venue. Like there's
Lafayette's
no.
kinda
Yeah, you would kind of have to come down here.
I would have to either do that or like buy like a warehouse and literally just start there.
Yeah, like buy your own warehouse and
Yeah.
then fix it up.
Yeah.
But
That would also
like
be
you
a
said,
lot.
with the financial stuff.
Financially, that would be crazy. But kind of like how the house market right now.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But like maybe if like the market crashes, maybe that will also go down. Maybe
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't really know how that works, but yeah.
I don't either, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking about, because like even starting off, you kind of, I feel like when you get a local artist, there has to be something in it for them.
Yeah, and
You
I
know,
would be
like-
like, bro, I don't know if I can pay you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So like, what's in
Yeah.
it to them to like fuck with me and do like a free show?
Right, like the
Unless
whole-
they actually want to do the fucking show, but like.
Yeah,
other
unless
than
you're
that-
like barely starting off too, and then like, yo, let's do it. Like, I'll get my experience in performing, and then you get your experience like booking,
Also,
and handling the
the
crowd.
issue in Lafayette too is that the mayor owns a lot of the buildings.
Oh, really?
Yes. So before he owned the Lafayette Theater, they used to have like Latin nights every month.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys remember that, but yeah.
I've never been, but I knew
Yeah,
about
we
it.
used to go to like all of them, right?
Yeah.
And then the mayor bought the Lafayette Theater,
And shut it down.
and they had one, and then after that, he was like, "No, we're not doing it no more."
Why is that? Just
I think something happened that night, and it like just made us look bad. But yeah,
But at the end of the day, like when you think about it, it's a nightlife.
Yeah.
It's a party. People are drinking. Stuff might happen. That's just part of the risk, the liabilities.
and that's also like the liability of like actually doing it. Like fuck, imagine if I throw a show and something happens. Like that's gonna fall on me. And then on top of that is like I feel like you're gonna have to like have like a lot of like you for sure would have to have a lawyer before you do anything, just in case anything does happen.
Yeah, and you gotta get permits.
And permits, especially if you want to do alcohol and stuff like that.
Facts.
But also think about like hiring security for the
that
events as
too.
well.
Yeah, so it really, like, to throw an event, you really have to like plan this shit out. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm looking at it and be like, bro, who can I get to do this type of thing?
But I mean,
yeah.
it's a lot that goes into it. But hey, bro,
A
like,
lot of people don't think about
you
it.
can do it though.
Yeah, but a lot of people
Same
don't
with
think of
you.
it like that. You know, a lot of people be like, oh, I just need the guy that can perform, and I just need a stage. Like, nah, dog, you need a lot more than that.
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
a lot more than that.
Yeah, but I mean, at the beginning, especially if it's a house party, like,
Or like a warehouse. I don't think they'll really give a fuck if it's a warehouse, but
Yeah.
it depends on how many people are there.
I mean, at first, I feel like you gotta take a little bit of risk.
That's true.
You know, because with that, unless you have the money to outright pay for all the permits, get permission, security, alcohol, everything, you know, like
Yeah.
it's a lot of money. So if you don't do that, at first you gotta be a little sketch about it.
Yeah,
you know?
and then on top of that, like Lafayette's still small. That if you do it there,
Yeah.
everyone's gonna know within
Yeah.
like seconds.
Like by
you know?
the next morning, everyone's like, "Yo, this party Adrian threw."
Yeah, but like I'm thinking of it like in the bad way. Like the cops are gonna show up within like
Yeah,
you know like an
couple
hour.
minutes. Yeah, you're right.
So like that's an issue too, you know, unless you keep it really low key. But
I always
It is
have those
hard,
people
man.
that like want to see your downfall, be like, "Oh, Adrian's throwing an illegal party, bro. I'm calling."
everyone, there's always gonna be haters, but like, I mean, yeah, you can't like everything. Like I feel like everything happens for a reason. So like, if that eventually would happen, there's gotta be a reason behind it, you know.
Yeah. I
So
agree.
like, do you guys remember when like that shit happened at Astroworld? And
Yeah.
like those people passed away?
Yeah.
What's your thought on that?
I said it on my pod, but like since I deleted it, I didn't say it. I'm surprised that only 10 people died. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought a lot more people would die from that.
Yeah.
And I've been to 3 Travis Scott shows, so I know exactly how they go.
Mhm.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the first time I went to see him, I literally I thought I was gonna die. Like I literally felt that way.
Mhm.
So when I see those, you know, those stories of those people that passed away, I'm like, damn, that's like, number one, really sad. But like at the end of it, like I felt like something like that would happen, not at a Travis Scott show, but like in general, like we would have something like that because, bro, that's so many people. Like something's bound to happen.
Yeah.
And then you mix drugs and alcohol and that, it's like you don't know what's gonna happen, you know?
Yeah, and like to screen everybody, like there's no way they're gonna, like, because stuff like that, people are taking drugs, like we said, and there's no way you're gonna pat everybody down, like check them.
Festivals are like the worst. I've never been to one, but from what I've been told, their security is like the worst because they literally
They're
just
like,
there's so many people. They're like they go pat you down. All right, go, come on.
Yeah,
Type of
it's
thing.
hard because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the screener's like, look, just get in here.
Yeah,
you know?
and then on top of that, like you don't like they don't care about like they're just there for a paycheck at the end of the day. So like the people there, they probably don't care either.
Because they
Yeah.
have to hire like a lot of security.
Yeah.
Like, you have to like literally more than half of the security there is literally just there for a paycheck.
Yeah, literally, or like locals that live in that city, you know, like that they're like, oh, well, this is my job for the weekend. So
Yeah.
do you think they really care about the security of that? No.
No.
Yeah.
Which is like, what the fuck? Like.
And then on top of it, I don't think you can. When that happened, so much to blame, but like I don't think Travis was like to blame for a lot of it. I think his percentage would be like 20%,
Yeah.
if that. The majority of it is the security and like all that type of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate in a way because at the end of the day, like he's a celebrity, everybody's gonna be looking at him.
And it was his festival.
Show, yeah.
His festival. It wasn't like Lollapalooza or like Coachella. It was his fucking festival.
Yeah.
So all the blame is going to be put on him, and I don't think he deserved that. But I don't think he got canceled either because now he's like about to drop music again. So like.
Yeah, I think it was one of those things that was like really tragic event.
Yep.
And hopefully if he does do another one or like his concert will probably be a little more uptight.
Yeah, I don't know
you
when he's gonna do another tour. I don't think it'll be this year. I don't think it'll be next year.
It'll be a while from now.
It's gonna be a while. Even if he drops music, I don't know if he would be able to tour like that.
Yeah.
Like you don't think people will let him book their venues and stuff?
Yeah, I think that's another issue. Like people are not gonna be like, you saw what happened at your festival? You think I want you performing at my shit? No.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
we don't want that happening in our venue, man. Like, get out of here.
Yeah. So I mean, even though he's at that point where like he can do a stadium, but I don't think a stadium is gonna want to deal with that or have that risk again.
Facts.
At least for the next 2 years. I'll
Yeah.
give it another 2 years before we see him tour again.
Okay.
Yeah, going back into your the DJing thing, what you want to do. You plan on going that like on your own, or would you like want like a business partner with you or something like
I would,
that?
well, financially, I feel like it'd be better to have a business partner.
Yeah.
But like as far as like DJing goes, I feel like I would be the only, like I would want to be the only one doing it. I would probably have like help, obviously, but like I would just want to be by myself.
Do you have anybody in mind that you like would help you, or like that you know would be a good partner? You don't say it out loud, just like.
I mean, I have like for sure a few people that I talk to about music all the fucking time. I think they'd be good people. I have a good core of friends that like if new music drops, I'm like, what y'all think about it? You know, type of thing.
Okay.
Like a group chat?
Not even, no, they're just separate. I'm really good at like putting people together, so like I eventually do want to make a group chat, but like nah, not yet.
Cool. Yeah. Well, shit. At the beginning of the episode, we talked a little bit about style. You want to talk to us about what you're wearing today? What's your drip today?
Right now, bro, you got me. But it is 11 in the morning.
I just put this on right now.
I swear to God, yeah, this is no drip. But there's a vintage T-shirt. I forgot what year. 1993.
Is that from Plato's?
No, I got it at like a sneaker event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like going to those too. Well, I've only been to one, but after going to the first one, I for sure will be going again.
Yeah.
I really like going there, like obviously networking, like how Danny was saying, just like networking. So from there, like I met like 3 vintage sellers, and I just followed them on Instagram, and I've been buying from all 3 of them. Yeah, yeah. I'm more on my vintage vibe right now. Like I just like try to buy. It's number one being comfortable. Like you gotta be comfortable, or else you're
Yeah, facts.
And then right now I'm just wearing some random like shorts I got, and then these Nike Waffles ones. These like running shoes. But, like,
oh shit.
Yeah.
Andy has a pair of those. Yeah, I like those. Those are a different colorway. Are those comfy?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel about Reeboks though?
I do like Reeboks.
Because
the
I
ones
feel
you got right now are decent. They're
I mean,
classics.
they're low-key a little dirty, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can appreciate a shoe, but I feel like I like a little bit more like a clean vibe. But I don't know anything about shoes, right? But this is just me from my perspective. I think Reeboks and like New Balance and stuff like that, they're kind of trying to get in the game a little bit.
But
as
New
far
Balance is my favorite shoe brand right now.
I have a recent pair. It's all white too, and it's got like a shiny end on it, and it sticks out a little bit from the shoe, and I like it, you know. So coming from you, I'm like, oh shit, like
New Balance. I have 2 pairs of New Balances, and they're probably the most comfortable shoes I got. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm saying, like these Reeboks are really nice, and those New Balances I got also nice. And it's like, I feel like it's like they look good, but it's not like too flashy. In my opinion.
I think like the dad shoe vibe right now is very in right now.
Yeah.
You gotta get Pablo some of those, man. He's gonna be a dad.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit up Danny. Look, he's got some nice dad shoe vibes.
Yeah, either like I really like the New Balances and what they're doing right now. Like they've been signing a lot of like rappers and like artists to their team. So I think like and then the collaborations that they do are not like top tier right now, and like shoes in general.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think about like the big brands like Yeezys, Balenciagas, and all that?
So like Yeezys are dope. They're really comfortable. Like every Yeezys are very comfortable. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. I personally don't have a pair, but I've had a few pairs. But they're really comfortable. And Balenciagas, like I just don't think they're in my price range right now for me to have an opinion. so
I like that honesty. I like that.
Yeah, I'm not spending $1,000 on shoes, you know? Like, no way. Plus, there's like shoes that look like they were like tore apart, and then this.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Like that style of like a shoe that literally kind of doesn't look like a shoe.
I'm a fan of like not how they look, but the idea of the fact that they're like worn. I do like the idea, but the execution is like not there. You know what I'm saying? So like all these like Balenciaga like type shoes, like I'm not a fan of. And then there's also like the ones called like the triple S's where they're like they look like very wavy, but they're like heavy as hell.
Okay.
From what I've been told, they're really heavy. So like I can't wear heavy shoes. Like they gotta be really light.
Okay, so this was my episode, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like there's a different sneaker culture because I watch some stuff from like England and the UK, and I feel like there's a different type of sneaker culture
yes,
over there.
for sure. And I think like Reebok, New Balance, and stuff like that are like the front runners of that of Europe. And I feel like a lot of that is also influencing me in a way. So like when I see people like on TikTok dressing like that, I'm like, that's pretty fire. Like I want to get into that lane.
Okay, so I'm gonna. I have there's a company that I've been thinking about getting some shoes from, but I feel like the style is super different from to here. So, and I'll throw it up on the video, but I just want to get your opinion on them and kind of like your rating on what you think. So the brand is called No Two Ways.
Oh, I know this.
I'll just let you scroll through some of those pictures and let me know what you think as far as like, because I feel like
That's a
the...
nice laptop right here.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
That's why like the number one I'm looking at. I'm like, oh shit, this guy.
You're not really looking at the shoes, bro. Because like on this laptop, though.
It's because I've been trying to get a new MacBook, and so like, this looks really nice.
I
really recommend the MacBook Pros. Like I have one. Pablo's got the newest one. Like
I
mine's still from 2016, so like it's really old and it's starting to like break down.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to get a new one right now.
Yeah. Well.
So which shoes is it? All these shoes right here?
Yeah, all of it. Like they're here. Let me scroll back real quick. Sorry, but I don't mean to touch your dick or anything. But like this is their OG. Because I feel like it's a clunkier sneaker compared to here. I feel like it's a lot more sleek.
I'm not gonna lie to you, like I can see these being really popular because the Yeezy waves, like the way that the Yeezys are built, they're kind of similar. I'm a fan of these.
Yeah, because I've been
like
thinking about how much?
105.
Oh, that's not bad. I've been
I think that's what
legit.
StockX doing, but don't
Okay.
buy them stuff.
Yeah, trust me, bro. After Danny's episode.
Go.
Got it.
Or just buy it from the website. So
Yeah, if I do get a pair, because I actually kind of do want one, I'll just get it from the website.
yeah, I'm a fan of them. They're cool.
I got approval from Adrian. That's what I needed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I like the brown ones a lot. I've been a fan of like tan colors and stuff.
Same.
Recently, so all this stuff. I know I'm wearing white shoes right now, but
I know you got splashed some tan on there though.
You got tan shorts on.
yeah,
Bro, you
but,
are
like,
tan, bro.
I can't wear that. But I can't wear like all white shoes. Like you know how like the Air Forces, like Nike Air Forces. I'm not like everyone loves those shoes. Like I'm not a fan of those. Like they're heavy as hell too. I don't see how people wear those. But yeah, I'm a fan of these. These are
Right
cool.
on. Oh yeah.
So for your shoes, how much do you go for comfort over looks?
I think it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright. I'm sorry guys, I really gotta go pee.
But I think that like, wait, how long are we doing this pod for? Because I can literally go a long time.
As long as you want, we're gonna go play at 1. So
Okay.
What time you gotta go to work?
3.
3. Oh shit.
So I'm probably gonna nap.
We'll go for a little bit longer, and then
That's
at the end,
fine.
we do some would you rather's, and I got some.
Oh shit. Okay. I would say like it's 50-50 for me. Cause like with Jordans and stuff, with Jordans mostly the look because I don't think they're comfortable at all. Even if they look nice, but I'm not gonna lie to you, like there's some Jordans I'll be wearing that like they're not comfortable. So like I'll wear them for like 3 hours and I'm like, bro, take these off me.
Yeah.
But the New Balances are like the most comfortable shoes, and I do like how they look, but a lot of people are not gonna like how they look, you know. So I mean, at the end of the day, just wear what you want, and then whatever you're comfortable with. So that's kind of how I go.
Yeah, I mean, like growing up, dude, I didn't have any like really good shoes. I literally just wore what was comfortable. Like right now,
yeah.
bro, I'm wearing Crocs.
Bro, I don't have a pair of Crocs, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been looking at them recently.
Yeah.
I really wanna get a pair.
What do you think about Crocs?
They're cool. Like I would wear them to go grocery shopping. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd wear them for like just really that. Like grocery
Bro, like
shopping.
literally, these are like my go-to. I'm about to go out, bro, Crocs.
Really? Like everywhere?
No, like just to like when we go grocery shopping to like Walmart, Target.
Yeah, I for sure would. Yeah.
Like other than that, I wear there's some white Adidas over there that I just got recently.
Those look comfortable.
Yeah, they're like I said, I go like for like 80% or 70% comfort, like maybe 30% weight.
Yeah, like I like Vans, but they're also very they're not
They're
comfortable.
really uncomfortable.
yeah, recently I've been I've noticed that a lot of shoes squish my toes. So recently I've been going for like he said, a lot more comfort as far as like my toe box goes. But I mean I'm trying to kind of venture out and like try to get a little bit of like style going on. but I don't know. I don't know.
How you gonna dress your kid?
Oh, bro, low-key, it depends. like, I want him to have like two different styles. So if it's a boy, huh? Well, I said if it's a boy, I want it to have like a street vibe, you know, like super comfy, something kind of whatever, but also like a little like classy, like upscale. You know, I'm not buying him any crazy shoes. I'll buy like a cheap version that looks like it. Like I'm not buying them any Jordans or anything like that.
Especially early on, because they'll grow out of it 2 weeks later.
Yeah, bro. But I mean,
until
overall,
they're like 18, because they're still growing.
Yeah, but low-key, I think like the best styles are like the style of that person.
Okay.
No, like if somebody wears like gothic stuff and like the chains and stuff or whatever, if they rock it with confidence, I'm like, yo, that shit's fire.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I don't. Obviously, I wouldn't dress like that because that's not my thing.
Right.
So I'm trying to find my thing.
You gotta just be confident and comfortable. I feel like at the end of the day.
Yeah. Because like at the end of the day, like if you're dressing how you want to dress, you're gonna make it look good no matter what. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I think that looks dope. Yeah.
So before we started, we also mentioned like video games. You say you don't play that stuff anymore?
Not no more, man. So the last memory I had of like video games was like when Fortnite came out, and I literally was like, "Oh, I have a PS4. I guess I could play Fortnite." So I started playing Fortnite, and I was like, "Well, this is fun," but like after like a few times, I was like, "Bro, nah, I can't. I just can't do it no more." I don't know if it's because I have like a short attention span, but like, I can't sit there and play Call of Duty for like
for hours.
I can barely do 10 minutes, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'll sit there, get a game, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's it," and just put it away.
Yeah, dude. I sold my Xbox like a couple years ago, and I really haven't played since. Like every now and then when we all get together, we'll throw on like Mario Party or like Smash Bros or Mario.
Like
Kart.
those games are fun because if you have more than 3 people, it'll be like a good time.
Yeah, but like me sitting by myself, nah, dude, I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah. So like, what I do nowadays is literally just watch podcasts, listen to music, podcasts about the music that I listen to, and then that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah.
And then I watch a lot of like concerts like on like YouTube and stuff. So like if I have a show coming up of like an artist, like I'll be like, okay, let me go watch a little bit of a sneak peek of what I'm going into, and then I'll go from there if I can find one online.
Yeah. So you're really like in the music stuff as far as like knowledge and
yeah, bro. So like whenever I listen
music.
to an artist, like I love to like learn everything about them. I'll figure out where they're from. Like I'll literally watch any interview that they have. If I really like the artist, and then go from there. Yeah. And then I listen to like a lot of music. So like I'll listen to like the featured artist and be like, oh, that dude sounded good. Let me tap into him too, and then see. That's kind of how I figure out new artists too.
Yeah. I've been trying to do the same, but not as deep as you. You know, like me is more surface level, just trying to find something that sounds good that I can kind of relate to. But like whenever somebody's got a featured artist on, I try to like take the time to actually like Google them and listen to their stuff. Yeah. And if I vibe with it, I do, and if not, then cool. You know, move on to the next one.
There's like a whole new wave of like lo-fi, like abstract rap right now, and I'm like a huge fan of that. And like all the rappers that are like in that are like underground as fuck. So it's like kind of nice to like see the little.
Okay, so I asked you earlier about like your favorite artists and stuff. You got any ones that are like upcoming, like low key underground that have music out there that you kind of want to
like
say that you listen to and stuff?
Man, I have to look at my phone. I don't really want to do that though. Like, I feel like that's disrespectful.
No, you can.
No, that's not good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, as long as you're not fucking texting, bro.
No,
just kidding.
No, you're good. I don't really have to do that.
Yeah, so like this fucking podcast.
So like he might be a little popular, but like Denzel Curry, I really like Denzel Curry. He's from Miami.
This honestly for me, so I can go back and like look at it.
It depends on what you want, bro. Because like I can listen to like street rap of like rappers talking about like cocaine selling and stuff like that, to like lo-fi abstract rap of like them rapping about like their come up and stuff like that. So like I literally my variety of like rap music is very branches out. Like I listen to rap music of like anything. Yeah. So like there's a group called like Griselda that I really like out of New York, Buffalo, and there are 3 rappers, Benny, Conway, and Westside Gun, and they're like the grimiest, like rappers out right now.
Oh yeah.
But their beats are like sample soul jazz influenced. So like it's like not like heavy hitting rap music. It's like really like you're listening to these beats and you're like, oh shit, you're like kind of mesmerized by the beats. But they're rapping about like selling drugs, and stuff like that, and like having all these chains and stuff like that, and like that's kind of cool. But their beat selections are like so good. Like that's
what are they called again? The group
Griselda.
Griselda.
Yeah,
okay.
But like if you really want to go deep into it, you can listen to like Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, or West Side Gun. Those are the three guys in that group.
I think I know Benny the Butcher because I think Snoop Dogg had him on a featured album.
Oh, maybe.
Or a featured song.
Maybe Benny's probably the most mainstream one out of them.
Okay.
Because he's like the most like versatile one, but I think West Side Gun's my favorite, but he's probably the most abstract one out of all of them. But
yeah, I'm gonna look him up.
Like anyone watching this, listen to them. Red Bell is another kid. He's actually a kid. I think he's like 18. But he's like one of those kids that like abstract rap right now. Mavi is another guy. Oh man, and then I really like Freddie Gibbs. I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah, I know Freddie Gibbs.
You know Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah.
Okay, I just saw him last week.
Where at?
Down here? Yeah.
Oh shit!
And he's from Gary. So,
I knew that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it was kind of like a home state, welcome back type of thing.
Yeah.
And he had that place lit. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was one of the best shows I've seen in a very long time.
Dang.
I think the pandemic really like put in perspective, like, bro, like when that pandemic came, I realized like, oh wait, I can't go to concerts in the next year. So that really bummed me out, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, because I had like 3 shows lined up that whole year
to go to.
And so like when the pandemic hit, I realized like shit.
You're like, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah, we're gonna be at the crib for like a whole year. And then so when things started getting better and people going to tours now, I'm like, I can't miss out on another tour.
Yeah.
So like I'm really trying to get really into these shows type of stuff. Yeah.
Do you listen to Adam 22's podcast?
Yeah, No Jumper. Yeah, I actually do. But I was listening to his stuff like 2016.
So like when he started like back in the day.
Yeah, so he was literally like the OG of like the SoundCloud era. So like he literally got everyone's like first interview. So like XXX Tentacion.
Yeah.
So I was really early on to his music. So like back then, and then like Lil Yachty, all those guys. But yeah, nowadays I do listen to. They have like a weekly podcast on the No Jumper platform, and I mean it's cool, but like they don't really talk. They don't really have topics. They kind of just fuck around, like But yeah, I listen to them. Like they have like 3 podcasts on that channel that I listen to weekly. Who else I listen to? Like Anthony Fantano, I watch most of his reviews. If I don't know an album, I'll listen to. Like I'm not gonna lie, he's the one that really put me onto like Griselda and them, because he was saying so much good stuff about them that I was like, okay, I should probably just check it out,
Right.
And then he put me on to like Brockhampton. I don't know if you guys know about that band, but they broke up anyway, so it don't fucking matter. But yeah, Brockhampton. He put me onto them. He was saying like good things about them, so he persuaded me to go listen to him.
Nice.
Man, who else do I listen to? Wait, how do you know Freddie Gibbs?
He's on a lot of podcasts that I listen to.
He was on the Joe Rogan one.
Yeah, he's been on there twice with Brian Simpson, just another comedian.
He's funny as fuck.
Brian Simpson?
Yeah. No, Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man. And he's on some other ones. And I haven't actually, I know who he is, but I haven't looked his music up. But I've always heard good things from all these podcasts, but I haven't myself gone out to, tap his name into Spotify.
To Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah, but I'm about to, especially because you talk about him. All right, cool. I'm gonna drive home.
I'll send you the 3 classic albums he's got.
From him? Okay.
Yes, he's got classic. He got one from 2014 that I didn't even know existed until 2016 or 17 or whatever when I got into him. And I think I really started to like him more when I realized he was from Indiana, and we don't really have a lot of rappers from here.
No.
So the fact that he is from here, I'm really fucking with him.
Nice.
Where do you mainly listen to your podcasts?
YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube. If they don't have a video, I kind of stay away from it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
You like watching them, not just.
I like watching it, yeah, because it's I don't know, more entertaining in a way. Seeing the people talk.
Yeah.
I have Spotify, but I have the free version only for Joe Rogan, but only if he has a good guest on it.
Yeah.
So other than that, when people send me their Spotify links, I'll tap it and be like, then I'll go to Apple Music and type it. But, and then another artist I really like is Baby Keem. He's a fairly new artist. He's Kendrick Lamar's cousin. But he's like the newest artist on. So Kendrick is like leaving his label that he is right now, and he's starting a new one. And he's like the first artist that he like signed. Yeah, and he dropped an album last year, The Melodic Blue. It was one of my favorite albums. And I just saw him in March too in Chicago. I was like, went a really good show. And then I really like Turnstile. They're like a rock band.
Okay, good.
I saw them. They opened up for Suicide Boys when I went to go see them, and I knew of them before I went to go see them. But like when I saw like when you're looking at the flyer, you realize, oh shit, you have 3 openers before you get to like the main event. Yeah. So like I'm the type of person that like looks into that and then sees like the opening acts, and I actually go listen to the opening acts before I like be like, okay. Like,
so do you think a lot of people just roll up to the main one and don't even bother with the openings?
Yep. I agree 100%. Because when I went to the Suicide Boys show, like they're a rock band, but it was like a rap show, you know. So like, and I figured like the crowd would be similar because like they like to mosh pit and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like when they got on, like no one was like fucking with them, and I was like, this is really sad. Like number one, and I don't listen to like rock music like that. Yeah. But like the album was like so good, and it's still one of my favorite albums like last year. Yeah. And to me, I was like, damn, they were looking going harder than the main act. You know? but no one knew. And I was like, number one, it made me sad, but then number two, it made me realize like, damn, those guys are like humble as fuck because they're going hard, even if no one's moving. Yeah. And I was like, that's kind of insane. So like, I was like, bro, you guys have killed it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's gonna take something out of it too, because like they're putting everything into it. If they look up and nobody's jamming out, you're like, you know what, bro, I'm doing what I love. Like, screw you guys.
Yeah, and I think they're growing popularity like really fast. So like they're doing like pretty good venues right now. They went on tour right now, but they didn't do one in Chicago. I think they're doing Lollapalooza. That's why they can't do Chicago. And I don't know if you guys noticed that, but like if someone's doing a festival in that city, they're not allowed to do a show in that city for like 90 days or like 60 days.
Oh, it's strictly the festival.
Yeah, because when they signed a contract to do like the festival, they're not allowed to do a show in that radius within like 90 or 60 days before the show or after.
And that's to keep like the hype of the festival, probably.
Basically, because like let's say I'm a fan of Turnstile, but they have a show in Chicago, and they have Lollapalooza, which is also in Chicago. I'm not spending the $300 at a festival to go see them when I can spend $45 and go see them in a small venue.
Right.
So like it's just all politics at the end of the day.
Yeah, like you can't do anything in these 90 days because like we want you here and we want people to pay to come see you here.
Yeah, so like you can kind of tell who's going to be at festivals by like their tour dates. So if you see a rapper and they're not doing Chicago or Indianapolis, that mainly means that they're going to be doing a festival in the area sometime soon. And it's mainly Lollapalooza because there's not one here.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, right. And
then you can like kind of like predict when they're going to have their festival.
Yeah. So like, and then they have to book them in a year in advance, you know. So they have to do it a long time ahead. So like probably now they're starting to book the artists for next year. Probably.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, it's all politics at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's all business. It's all business.
Yeah, so I like to look at that, and then me and my friends be like, oh, I guess they're going to do Lollapalooza because they're not doing the show in Chicago.
Yeah,
or Indy.
True.
They can do one in Indy, but I don't think they're not allowed. They're for sure not allowed to do one in Chicago.
Up in Chicago.
But like Indy is like, we don't really get a lot of shows.
Bro, it's a big city, but like same time not really. It's it's cool that you like we're living in the capital or whatever, but at the same time
it's a small market.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a very small market. There's also not a lot of venues here. I think I can name 3, and that's it. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, growing up, like every time we would take like a trip to Indy, we'd be like, oh, like we're going to Indy, like it's an hour away. Now living here for like almost 4 years, it's like, dude, like there's not really too much going on. But like at the same time, I don't really go out like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But like it's like there's not like too much crazy things going on besides like maybe like the Indy 11 or
the Indy 500 crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how many people actually went to that shit.
Dude,
Bro,
yeah,
they blocked off so many exits off the interstate.
No way.
Yeah, like a lot. To where if you didn't know, you would have like an hour of detour.
What?
To get
Yeah,
to where you're
that
going.
day, we were going to hang out with Pablo.
Yeah,
for
we went to
Avon,
play soccer.
and like 5 exits were blocked. Like,
Dang.
and there wasn't even like cars like that were there because it was blocked. It was blocked because like a police officer was just there and you couldn't get through. Like they like just purposely blocked
Yeah.
it to avoid all the traffic.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good thing for the city to have that, but I feel like we need more. Like, we for sure need something more.
Yeah,
But at
a
the end
little
of the day,
something
it's
more
just-
mainstream.
Yeah,
type
but
thing.
at the end of the day, it's just like a small market. So I understand why, because like, if an artist, for example, can only make, like, I don't know how much they'll be making out of a show in Indy, but it's probably not going to be the same amount that they get in Chicago.
In Chicago
you
or
know?
like Houston or
Yeah,
anywhere like that.
exactly. So I understand them for not doing a show out here. But like if they do a show out here, I'm like, oh shit, like that's kind of crazy because like
Yeah.
number one, a lot of people are not gonna go to it unless you're very popular, or you have like a cult fan base, you know?
Yeah. True.
It's crazy to see like people like that we've seen on the internet come to Indiana. Because I think it's this week or next week that Steve-O's actually gonna be in Lafayette.
Mm-hmm. I did see that. I saw.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it pop up, but I'm not going to that. But
Yeah, I
think
saw
it's
it.
pretty
And
cool.
I'm like, what? Like I see this guy on YouTube all the time. He's being Lafayette.
In Lafayette, like
Yeah.
out of all
Do
places.
you guys go to like comedy shows?
No, dude.
I've been wanting to. Like,
I've been wanting to go to a
yeah.
stand-up show really bad.
I've been there's a couple of like my favorite stand-ups that have come through to Indy, and I'm like, bro, I will literally call off work, but but the whole money thing, I'm like, I'll just go to work.
But
bro.
yeah, I also think I felt like I could do stand-up comedy,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I would be able to.
Try it, bro. Go to open mic night. I'll be there and be like, boo.
It'd be funny like to just try it, but I know doing comedy and doing stand-up are two very different
Yeah,
things.
bro. Yeah. But I really want to go to stand-up show. You know what? Like Tom Segura.
I know of him, but I've never watched his stuff.
Yeah. It's
But I know he's having a show here.
I don't know about soon, but I was subscribed to his like his mailing list because I wanted to know every time he was in town. But I took myself off because I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna go anytime soon.
Yeah, I'll be seeing like a lot of stand-ups on TikTok, and I'll be like, oh shit, and then I will look at their page to see if they're having a tour, and literally there was 2 times where like I saw that they came to Lafayette, but like after the fact that they came to Lafayette, and I was like, damn, I could have went to go to a random man's comedy show, and I would have been like happy as hell.
Yeah. I've been wanting to go, but like the main club that's out here, it's Helium.
Helium?
It's
Okay.
it's downtown. And
Everything's downtown.
Yeah, bro.
Everything. And it's like, I like the downtown scene because everything's like walking distance.
Yeah.
So you can literally just park there and just walk.
Yeah. Facts.
And like Chicago's so big to the point where like,
Yeah,
if you
drive.
park somewhere, you gotta drive everywhere.
And the
that you-
traffic is
and the
crazy.
traffic is terrible. But I would love, I don't know if I would love to live there, but I would love to live in the around
Like the
Surround.
outskirts, like some of the suburbs around
Yeah,
there.
for sure, and
Yeah.
just go up there. Ideally, that would be my main goal to like live over there.
Near Chicago.
Oh yeah, I love Chicago, bro. It's beautiful.
I've actually never been.
No way.
What?
No, well I have, but like just for the airport.
Oh okay.
Yeah, but like
O'Hare
never, like,
or Midway? Do you remember?
I think it was
Probably O'Hare.
Probably, O'Hare is probably like one of the biggest in the country too.
Yeah.
Because there's been a couple times where like we go pick up our grandparents or like we
Mm.
go out to like LA or something, or like we can go out from LA.
You been to LA?
Yeah.
Dang, I want to go to LA.
I went one. We haven't been.
No, I go to Northern California whenever
Okay.
I go. Shout out to
Honestly,
the Bay
bro,
Area.
like it's, like LA, like it's a textbook. It sounds really cool, but you get there and there's like homeless people everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I
shits.
know how it goes right now. I don't want to visit there. The crime rate is really high right now, and I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
But also the same thing in San Francisco, like the crime rate is crazy. Like everywhere that we parked, there were signs that saying like don't leave valuables in your car because they're gonna get broken into.
Damn.
And like it's to the point, like politicians don't really give a fuck. They're very like they're like electing anybody, not anybody, but like the people that there's like too liberal and then like far, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And like sometimes they're like too liberal to the point where like they're not gonna hold accountable like anybody that like does anything. So like you'll see videos of people like running into like a CVS and stealing so much stuff, and then they'll just literally just walk out.
I've seen
You
videos
know?
like that.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just because like the politicians there are just trash. So
and like LA is cool because it's got like got a coast, so it's really nice. But I'm trying to like visit places that are like in buttfuck nowhere that nobody knows about, and got like a really cool scenery. Because I'm a scenery guy. If there's like a really cool like mountain in the back or like mountain with a.
Have you been to like Tennessee?
Yeah, bro. It's Tennessee.
I haven't been there, but I drove down there because we went to Miami, and we like drove past like all the mountains and stuff. And I was like, damn, this is really nice out here. I don't know if I would actually come out here for a weekend because I don't really like country music like that.
Well, 2 years ago, me and the Lafayette boys with Alex, Caesar, and Danny Martinez, we all went to Tennessee. We got a cabin together, and it was really fun.
I bet that sounds fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
But I mean, when we drove past like Nashville and stuff like that, like it looks so nice, but it's like all like country music world.
Oh, dude.
So I don't know if I would be like. I think it's nice, but like I don't know if it would be like my vibe to like actually spend a weekend out there.
Yeah, I feel like you were saying Chicago. I think that's more your style.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love Chicago. It's my favorite city, next to like San Francisco.
Tennessee's very whitewashed too. But
yeah,
like,
I mean
the scenery's good.
The scenery's good, yeah, for sure. That's why I want to go to like Seattle because Seattle is like really nice. Okay. The scenery looks really nice out there, so I really want to check it out. Just northern, like that northwest coast entirely, it looks really nice. Like Portland. Like all of Oregon and then like Seattle too. It looks just nice.
Right on.
But I know the weather there is not that bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah,
it's just like
all
rains.
the time, right?
Yeah, rainy.
Do you guys do you guys prefer summer or like winter?
Oh, dude.
Because like the thing about the Midwest is like we get every season.
Literally. Yeah, and we get like low key extremes of it.
Yeah.
Like we get extreme cold. I think I prefer.
Remember one weekend it was snowing, and the next weekend it was like 80 degrees.
Dude, yeah. This happened a couple months ago, right? Yeah, dude. It literally stopped snowing for like a month, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude, we're out of it. And all of a sudden, I woke up to go to work one day, and it was covered in snow.
Yeah, dude. It's
like, what are you doing?
I would say summer. That would be my favorite.
Yeah, I like late summer, early fall is my favorite time.
I do like early fall, but like my favorite summertime, but it gets like it's like too humid sometimes. Like it's like to the point like your sticky.
I don't like that.
It's like
me off.
Growing up, my dad hated having AC because it's more money having AC.
Yeah.
So instead, we had screen doors everywhere, and he would just open up all the windows and the doors and stuff, and that was our AC, just the wind blowing through the damn house. So in the middle of the night, I'm laying there just sweaty, just like sticky, and I'm like, yeah, I can sleep through anything, bro.
Yeah, we've been raised to sleep through anything.
Yeah. This is like that Mexican shit, bro.
Yeah. Well, to kind of end off our episode, I said we were gonna do a couple of would you rather's. So,
I bet.
We'll go ahead and do 5. The first one, I'm gonna start off with: would you rather have a rap battle against Nicki Minaj or Lizzo?
Lizzo, because I feel like I would have a better chance because Nicki Minaj would wash me.
Yeah, dude.
What about you, Pablo?
I think Lizzo.
Lizzo?
I mean, I would list both of them because I can't remember shit.
Nah, I think I can hold my own against Lizzo.
All right, I need 2 bars right now.
Right now? No, I'm just joking. But I feel like do I get time to prepare? Or do I just like
show a week, bro?
I got a week.
I think you can do something in a week.
Yeah, I can for sure hire some. Give me a few balls. I can for sure hire somebody. Cause I'm battling Lizzo, bro. I need a few like headshots towards Lizzo. Throw them my way.
I feel like it'd be easy for Lizzo, like to throw headshots at.
Yeah, for sure. And then Nicki Minaj is like, bro, I can't. She goated. I can't just.
I can't disrespect her like that.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Would you rather wear clothes that are always way too big or clothes or a couple sizes too small?
Way too big. I'm wearing like XL shirts right now, so.
And you're rocking it. Like it doesn't.
It doesn't look like an XL, right? Yeah, and I'm like really happy about that because growing up, I used to be like, bro, I don't like to buy like big shirts, but like now I'm like, bro, I have to like I want to wear big shirts for some reason. So like now I'm just buying larges and XLs. Because like the worst part is like buying a medium, which is my true size, and then it shrinks. And then you're like, I can't wear this shirt no more.
Yeah, so that way if you get a bigger size and it shrinks, like, fuck it. Like, it still fits.
Yeah, it still fits. But like, especially with buying vintage, XL works, especially because it's like from the 90s, early 2000s, so it doesn't really matter. And then on top of that, I'm really into like this clothing shit. So like, I really look at the fabric and I'm like, all right, it's 100% fabric. All right, I can probably get an XL. But if it's not, it's like I can go back and forth.
Yeah, I think I would go with way too big too.
Same.
Yeah, it's just I like dressing comfortably.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. And have you ever had like a shirt that's like, just when you bought it, when you looked at it, it was like cool, and then you got home and it's like, bro, this shit don't fit right, or like it feels weird, bro. Like I don't know how all these manufacturers do it. It's like ridiculous.
As far as like the quality of the clothes.
That and like the sizing. Like,
oh
it's
yeah,
just so crazy.
Everything's different.
Everything is
like
different.
At least shoes for the most part, it's like true. Like some might run skinnier, some might run a little big, but for the most part, like if you're in 11, you're in 11 everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, but
it's
shirts.
Like Yeezys, you have to size. Oh, heads up, you have to size up for Yeezys.
So I have to get a 12 because I'm a size 11.
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate that.
I'm a 9, like I'm an 8.5, but I buy like 9.5 on Yeezys.
Nice.
I didn't know that at first, so like I bought my shoe size, and I was like, bro, they barely fit me.
Bro, you're probably pissed too, huh?
Oh yeah, because I was like, damn it. But then I was like, wait, I can just sell them. So then I did that, and then I got like my size.
Nice. I can just sell them. Fuck it.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck it, whatever. I got a pair of Yeezys.
Yeah. That's true.
All right, next one. Would you rather have a permanent unibrow or no eyebrows at all?
Well, I already kind of have a unibrow. I just gotta shave that shit off, but I got one.
I'm going with no eyebrows.
No eyebrows?
Oh,
Yeah.
for real?
I feel like I can not pull it off, but like I think I can make it work compared to like.
Nah, I'll keep my unibrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think I would go with no eyebrows because it kind of go with my bald head.
You look so much worse.
Alright, so like, at what age were you like, fuck it, I'm just going to go bald?
Oh, dude, well, I
Like
went
last
bald
year?
last summer. Yeah, but like, I was contemplating it,
Uh-huh.
like, after high school. So like my first year in college, I was contemplating it because my hair was really thinning out.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, dude, like this looks so bad, especially how I had my hair.
Growing up, did you know that was gonna happen pretty soon or no?
Oh no.
No?
I growing up, dude, I fucking loved my hair. It was like nice and thick.
Yeah, bro. In high school, he had thick hair, and like it was like a lot, and like it looked really healthy. So I don't know what.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Well, low-key, I'm thinning out a little bit up here, but I feel like mine's for the long haul. I feel like maybe once I'm mid-30s, but I'm trying to have money by then to hopefully like stop it.
Get a
and,
transplant.
like, yeah, low-key. Yeah.
You ever thought about that?
I have, but like,
Yeah.
I don't got the kind of money right
But
now.
it is expensive.
But
right?
when you get it,
Yeah.
are you?
I honestly,
get it,
bro,
you'll be like-
I think I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, this is like the longest I let it grow out, but I
Uh-huh.
shaved it like bald.
Right.
Like, cause when my hair was growing out, like obviously I had the hair like to the side. You could like just see my scalp shining through it.
Yeah,
Like, it
bro.
was like super.
It took like 6 months of me constantly being like, yo, dude, just shave it off, just shave it off.
Yeah.
And he finally shaved it off. Well, Karen did it at my apartment, and she just shaved it off, and then it looked good, you know. So and
Well,
it's,
can I ask you guys, like, because you guys both have like long-term relationships, how did that like? Because like for me, it's really hard dating nowadays. So like, I can't imagine being with someone for that long. So like, I'm asking you guys, how do you do it, and like, how did you know that early on, like how young you guys were at the time?
Yeah.
Like, how did you know that you guys were in for the long haul type of thing?
Well, I think early on I didn't, just because like I was probably like 14, 15, and I was like, dude, like you start off just dating.
Right.
But like I think I like knew like my senior year of high school, I was like, dude, like she's with me, and like it also depends on the person you're with. Like if for example like Gabby, like she's been like right by my side like all the time, supporting me on like what I do, like with like literally anything. Like if I'm having trouble with something, I know I can go to her to talk to her about it. So like it depends on the other person, how open they're willing to be with you, and how open you're willing to be with them. And like you have to have that personal connection and have those conversations with them to know that you want to do the long term with them.
Yeah. I think the big thing is just communicating and like bringing yourself down when
Especially you were like long distance for a very long time.
Yeah, 3 years and some change. And not even that, dude. In high school, it was like we were dating, but like not really. Because her parents. Well, no, bro, because like we were only seeing each other at school.
Oh,
her
shit.
parents were strict, man. Like
You're still strict to this day?
No, well,
I hope not.
I have a whole kid. I'm about to have a whole kid.
I was about to say.
No, not now. now, but like when we were dating, yeah, dude, like I never took her on a date in high school because her parents were
Right,
just
they're
too
like,
strict.
no.
Wasn't until I got out of the military she had to be home at a certain time, you know, all that stuff. But just really like the thing was just communicating, like me being like, oh shit, I'm going through some shit, and just like stop like taking down the ego and not like just saying oh this or that, and just kind of going back and forth and being able to communicate. But I didn't really know I wanted to get married until I think I was like 20. And like that's when I realized I was alright, like I'm in it for the long haul, like 20 or 19, however long. Oh no, I was 19.
Yeah, like you have to humble yourself and also learn to have the level of respect for them that they deserve and that you should be giving them.
Yeah,
Right.
I couldn't imagine nowadays though, because I feel like nowadays people are just like, I'm gonna just hook up to hook up.
Yeah,
like no
dating
one's really in it
nowadays,
for the long haul.
How's it going for you?
I don't know, man. It's not.
It's not going.
It's like not there, you know. Like it's just like so many. Like I don't know how you guys do it because it was like I do admire that from you guys a lot, and then anyone who's been in like a long relationship, because I don't know how I would be able to do it. Like
Well,
my longest one was like 9 months. And
Oh,
I,
yeah?
Yeah, and it was like I feel like I did it to try it, and then I was very early on. I was like, I don't know if I can do this for that long.
Yeah,
you know?
it all depends on the person. Like
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
true.
I definitely operate better being married. Like I enjoy it, but I got lucky too that I met her when I was a sophomore in high school and she was a freshman. You know, like we're about to hit 10 years dating being like a thing this year, and I just got lucky to be honest, because nah, dude, I couldn't date. I'm not that kind of person to go out and start dating.
It is hard. It is hard. And then especially like you like if you don't know, like I think I know my type, but like you like even if you have a type, you don't know if you're gonna end up with that type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like me, go ahead.
I feel like this day and age, like when you go to date, I don't know, this is the way I see it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Obviously,
Yeah. I'll let you know if it's true.
Like when you go to date, it depends on your priorities, but you're going to date to maybe have a future in them, because like we're a little older, like you're thinking like long term.
Nowadays, yes.
Okay.
But like when I was like in college, like earlier in my life, like I for sure was like not giving a fuck. But nowadays, like I'm really like trying to lock in and be like, I'm very like stable, and I feel like I don't know how to explain this, but like I'm about to sound so bad right now, but like girls don't like stability. I feel like personally.
You're just going for the wrong type of girl, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like girls. It depends where you're meeting the girls at too. If it's like at
Hey, that's the fact. That's the
if
fact.
it's at clubs and stuff, yeah, bro.
They're not looking for stability.
Nah, dude, they're just looking for a good time.
Yeah, that's the
But it just depends, cause
Yeah, but like also like approaching a girl at the gym, like that's the scariest thing. I'd rather do it at the club. Because
yeah,
you got
but
like
at
some
the
drinks
gym,
and you're
you
feeling
can,
good.
you
Bro,
can
go to
catch her
IKEA.
at a good time.
So IKEA.
IKEA, don't you go to IKEA? Be like, hey, what are you shopping for? I'm here for a couch.
People
She's
are
okay, no, but like at the gym, like low key, you kind of gotta be alright. She comes at this time to this time, and catch her when she's leaving. You gotta catch her when she's leaving, not during the workout.
There's been a few like gym days where I'll be like, hey, I need to go at this time because this girl gonna be there. And then if I go there and they're not there, I'm like, fuck, this
So why the fuck
You're like, it wasn't meant to be, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, traveling is really helping me out with that, but I mean,
It just depends, bro. Like you just gotta I feel like you just gotta go out and put yourself out there and just be upfront. And if they don't vibe with it, they don't vibe with it. You don't need them in your life anymore.
Yeah, like literally you be yourself, and if they like don't, like Papa said, if they don't vibe with it, she's not the one for you. If she doesn't like you for who you are, like she's not worth your time.
right. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Stay
Yeah,
strong.
I would say like that would be my biggest question for you guys, because like I was like, damn, you've been in a relationship for that long.
It's not easy neither, bro.
I bet
you
it's
know
not
what I mean?
easy,
Like,
dog. It's
like,
like
there's
probably the
been-
hardest thing you can do is be with someone for that long.
Yeah.
This day and age, like divorce rates are at 50%.
That's the fact. That's 50%. I saw somewhere that was like, it's literally $50 and the piece of paper to get married, but it's like thousands of dollars of lawyer fees and like a stack of paper this big to get divorced.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, that's
Yeah,
just
and, like,
crazy to think
The
about.
issue is that like people just want the title of being married without like actually having to put the work in it. Like they're like, oh, like I have a partner, I'm married, like we're married, instead of like actually taking the time to stay committed to that person and like knowing
Yeah.
the person.
Yeah, I think the word marriage is tossed around too loosely.
Yeah,
nowadays.
I agree.
Like if you get married without like fully dedicating yourself to the word and the meaning and like the person specifically, then it's not working out. Don't get fucking married.
Yeah,
bro,
like
you
like
know?
to me, I think it's just a piece of paper at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because like you can get married and then they still end up cheating, right? Or I still end up cheating. It don't
Well, shit, you heard about Shakira and Piqué?
Yeah, Piqué cheated on
Piqué cheated on Shakira. On Shakira,
No
bro.
one's safe. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
On God?
Yeah.
Like recently?
Like a couple days ago, it came out in the news.
Yeah. They're
And he-
separated.
On Shakira,
Bro,
dude.
he fumbled that.
I'm saying, dude, there's no way.
wait, did they like break up or are they still together?
She's leaving, like,
I'd hope so.
like leaving Spain and everything. She's like, fuck you, bro. Like,
And they have kids too, right?
yeah, I got 2 kids.
What?
Oh, man.
Oh, are you guys still watching soccer at all?
This year I've been relearning soccer, relearning like the players
Guys
where
are for the
everyone's
World
up.
Cup.
Hey, that's a fact.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to wait till it comes to like the North America. So
Bro,
I
that's
can go to a
in
game.
5 years. Because
Yeah.
this year and then 4 more. So
It
5
fucks
years.
me up that the fact that it's gonna be in like November and December when we're so
I'm
used to it
saying,
being
dude, I'll be in school, bro.
like I
I'm
literally
gonna
thought like
drop out for the semester.
I literally thought like, oh shit, this summer we're about to get the World Cup, and then I realized like, oh wait, they're just qualifying. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot that they were gonna do it in November.
Yeah,
I
because
was like,
I was
what the hell?
bamboozled too. I googled it, and this is like the
Bamboozled.
first. This is the first time they ever don't do it like during
the
that
summer.
time. Yeah, this is the first time they ever do it. in
Ever?
November. Yeah.
Yeah, because
And why did
it's
they
like,
decide to do that? Because it's too hot in Qatar.
Well, in Qatar, like during
Maybe.
that time in Qatar, the heat is way too much.
Man, I don't give a fuck. Send them out. Send them out. Send
Let's
them
put a
out.
roof.
throw some AC in there,
They
bro.
give me a little break in between to get like water. I'm all for it. Like,
Yeah.
Like, but man, this is weird. Like,
Yeah.
It is weird.
It's not the right vibe.
Well, when it comes here, I hope it's in the summer.
yes.
It's
It's gotta be in the
It's gotta
summer.
be.
did you see like the closest it's here is like Ohio?
Ohio's not far though.
Dude,
I know, but,
was,
like, that's
right next to us.
Right, but I'm saying I'm surprised it's not Chicago.
At Soldier Field.
Yeah, like why?
I've gone to see Mexico up there, and it's a nice field. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't go up
I
there.
just think the like mayor is like not with it. I don't know why. Like, bro, you know how much money that would bring the city?
Generate, yeah, dude.
Like,
a
a lot of people.
It's too bad.
Even if it's not the Mexico game, like I would still go to a game.
Bro, if it's like Croatia and or like some, I mean, dude,
I'm like Egypt against Croatia.
Let's
I'm
go,
going.
I'm going.
I'm
I'm going.
going.
Egypt.
I swear to God.
I'm going, bro.
Give me a new kit, all that. I'm
Yeah,
going.
dude. Yeah, dude. Low key, I'm going. But I'm gonna go to a game.
Oh yeah, for
When
sure.
they say I'm going to
For
a game.
sure. I'm for
Ain't
sure.
no doubt.
Mhm.
I think in order for like a city has to qualify for
For
be,
real?
Yeah.
I think,
So like they have to have like certain qualifications in order to be even considered to have.
but you don't think Chicago would qualify?
Yeah, like they already have games there.
National games.
They literally just had a game
With
yesterday.
Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 days ago.
I think it was 2 days
Today's
ago.
Tuesday, right?
Is-
Today's Tuesday, right?
Today's Tuesday.
Oh yeah, 2 days ago. My brother
So
went to
Sunday.
it. My brother went to it.
Yeah, I saw his Snapchat.
Mhm.
He was on there.
Yeah, I don't know like what the qualifications are, but I know there are some qualifications that they have to have in order to have like World Cup games in there. Like they have to have like certain amount like of buildings and like bathrooms available and all that. Because they're gonna have such a lot of
Traffic.
yeah, they have to have like.
But what's the
certain
difference
amount of-
between Chicago and like Cincinnati, Ohio?
Yeah.
Like I feel like it'd be a lot smaller.
Yeah.
I would think so
Or
too.
Columbus, Ohio,
Yeah.
compared
But
to
bro,
Chicago.
even if it's somewhere in Texas and that's like the game I got tickets to, I'm going to Texas.
Oh,
for
that's
that
a
game.
fact. That's a
You
fact.
know, I'm
It's
driving down
literally
there,
once
having
in
an
a-
Airbnb.
It's a once in a lifetime thing.
Literally. Like,
Yes, because if not, I'd have to travel internationally.
And that'd be more expensive.
More expensive, bro. Dude,
Oh, okay.
I'm
So when you
going.
went to Japan, did they pay for all the flights and stuff?
Yeah, I didn't pay for shit.
Okay,
that
I was
was
about
all
to say,
military
okay,
stuff.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I didn't pay for shit.
How did you get through the flight? Like, did you like
Sleep.
sleep or like?
Just watch movies on my phone. I don't think I really slept. I just kind of.
Because I cannot sleep on a plane. Like,
It's rough, bro.
It's
I've never
difficult.
slept
It's
on a
rough.
plane.
It's especially like because they don't pay for like a business class. You sit
It's
coach.
standard.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just
And
there.
you're still all with all your stuff.
No, I wear my regular clothes, but
Oh, okay.
bro,
okay.
but
He's
I
got
had
his book bag sitting on him.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got like this tall.
Nah,
Was it like that at some points? Like, did you have all that?
Traveling commercially, no.
No,
But
okay.
if you were to travel like through military air, like the airlines, then yeah, bro.
Oh,
they don't have
okay.
baggage space, and you're carrying all that shit on top of you.
What?
Well, it depends. Depends on the aircraft. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, like, that's probably what's stopping me is that flight, man. I don't know.
Bro, if the flight's stopping you, fucking go.
Literally.
A 14-hour flight is stopping you from going to go do something that you want to do, like a dream.
Low-key.
To go visit Japan.
Right now. I didn't think I was able to do a 14 drive to Miami,
Yeah.
and I did it.
Bro, if you can drive, it's like you can fly. All you have to do is sit.
Yeah, bro, you're sitting there.
And that's a fact because I literally sat the entire 14 hours. I didn't drive, so I was like,
bro, do it.
I didn't think I could do it, but I did it, and then but I did it just so I could say I did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now that I did that, I think I can do the flight.
Yeah, the flight's so easy, dude.
Mm-hmm. Have you? What's like the worst layover you've had?
Oh shit! I think like 8 to 9 hours.
Seriously?
And I almost missed my flight.
Did you fall asleep?
No, because I went and where was it? I think it was in Korea. I had layover in Korea, in Seoul, and I went and got some food and I sat down and I was chilling. And I like to get to my terminal like 4 hours early, and I just chill there. I literally just chill there 4 hours. And then I was sitting there, and then I'm on my phone. I'm playing my Switch a little bit. I'm like, all right, I got 30 minutes until my plane boards. And then I look up at the terminal and I realized I was at the wrong one. And I was like,
shit.
bro. And I had 30 minutes and I was asking around, like, hey, like, I'm at this, like, where's this terminal at? So, oh, it's all the way over there across the terminal. And bro, I was like, as soon as I found out where it was going, I was, all right, bet. And I just went, just started fucking going, dude.
Like the Naruto run?
Yeah, low key. And I just started going. And then I got there and they were waiting on me and like 2 or 3 other military
Oh shit, they were
guys.
waiting?
Because as the closer I got, there was another dude running. And I was like, yeah, bro, yeah. And then like another dude cut up to me. I'm like, where you going? And he's like, this place. I'm like, I bet it's over here. And we just started going.
Damn.
Yeah, and we made it on time. Well, not on time because they were waiting for us, but.
They were waiting for you though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I'm sure it was just me to be like, fuck this dude.
Yeah. Well, I think they knew it was like a military member coming on, so they're like, all right, bro, we're gonna wait a little bit.
Yeah, they're probably like, damn, that's because does it like tell them that you're a part of the military and stuff like that?
I think they have to know somewhere, but at the same time, I don't think so because you're supposed to kind of fly low key. You're not supposed to really like stand out as a military guy.
Really?
You know? At least not in the Marines. The Marines are like
You were in the Marines?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You
Like
went to like hardcore shit.
Yeah, dude. We go hard or go home. You know what I mean?
Damn. You didn't even go like. Okay.
Balls deep.
Yeah, for real. Did you have to like? How? I've heard like stories of that shit. Is it like true? Like they like do crazy shit in like water, like the water, like to train.
There's different levels to it. And there's like yes, but like that is available. But I didn't do it because I'm not that great of a swimmer. But there's as long as you do the basics, like you pass, they pass you. But you can go deeper and become a swim instructor. And bro, that shit is insane. They make you, they like low key drown you.
Yeah.
And then they like save you, and then as soon as you come back into consciousness, they throw you back in the water.
Bro.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, you good, bro?
Yeah, literally.
That sounds so.
Yeah. And then they tie your arms behind your back, and like they tie your legs, and underwater you have to get out of it. You have to get out of it underwater, swim down, and grab like a brick or like a plastic gun that's down there. And you have to swim back up, and then you have to swim with it across and do a bunch of other shit. It's crazy.
You hear this?
Dude, that's fucking nuts.
Hey, that wasn't me though. I'm just saying that option is there.
I'm just saying I saw it.
I say I was in general vicinity, bro. Right? I wasn't there.
I was the one pushing him in.
Come on,
get out there. That's what I'm hearing, alright? That's great, because I can't swim. So literally, like, when I'm hearing that, that's like,
That's nice.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
bro.
can't swim either.
you can't swim either?
No.
Hey, gang.
I'm not a good swimmer, but I can make it to shore.
Have you ever tried to learn?
Well, so I can't like swim and stay in one place. I can swim at a direction. but not like not
Swim
like
down,
sinking.
bro.
Bro, if I'm not moving, I'm fucking sinking. But if
So you gotta be moving at all times.
I gotta be like moving, bro. If I'm like in a deep ocean, you're gonna see me just swimming in a fucking square, because that's all I know how to do.
Better than me, bro. I'd drown. I can't swim. I can't even float. I can't do nothing.
Damn.
My biggest fear is the ocean. I can't be around like the ocean and shit like that. Yeah. Like the first time I went to California, I fainted.
Oh, shit.
Bro, okay, so get this. I'm at the airport. We're landing in San Francisco. My dad tells me to look out the window.
It's all ocean.
I don't see no landing area.
And you're just like,
it's just the
oh.
ocean, bro. And we're like landing, and I'm like, bro, we're so close to the fucking ocean. I faint, bro. I start to go back.
That's hilarious, man.
I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, bro, that's so funny.
Like the lake I'm cool with because it's whatever. But the ocean, dog.
Yeah, dude.
We don't even know what the fuck is in there.
Yeah.
Bro, you need to go parasailing to find
Oh
out.
hell no! They try to get me that in Florida. I'm not doing that. I'll get on a little jet ski, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I don't like heights.
You don't like heights either?
And so imagine that over water.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
over
water.
what?
It'll just be a fucking dead body. in
I
there.
swear to God. So whenever I'm flying, bro, I mean, we're not flying over the ocean, so it's whatever.
Bro, you can have a fun time going to
Japan. I'm gonna take some Xans or something.
Yeah.
I'm asleep, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be scary as fuck to look over and it's just the ocean.
Yeah, it was, but low key, I would look and be like, dude, if I die, I die. I'm in it right now. What can I do?
I mean, I
You
feel like
know?
you gotta have that attitude because you're already in the military. So you're
Yeah.
I'm there, you know, type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, if it crashed, I was like, obviously I'll try to survive, but if it's time, if right now it's my time to go,
It's my time to go?
bro. You know.
I guess you realize that because you never know when that time is, you know. And I think that's why it's important to have experiences and then have good people around you to have those experiences because you just never know, man. You never know.
Heck yeah, bro.
Because yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on to the podcast. Once again, I thought you were driving here an hour, but
No, man,
I was so
it's 20
bamboozled.
minutes.
But before we end off, do you want to give any last things you want to say to the viewers?
Any
last
shout outs, any shout outs you got going on?
Besides subscribing to this podcast.
Yeah, subscribe to this podcast. Maybe Oscar Lord's comeback, maybe.
Yeah,
this
stay
season.
tuned.
Stay tuned,
Whenever it comes out, I'll keep it posted and we'll blast it out there.
I would say until then, just follow me on my Instagram, based Adrian. It'll be in the description, I'm assuming. Other than that, I don't really like to use any of the other social medias like Facebook's whatever, and then Snapchat, probably the worst.
Follow him on Facebook.
But yeah, I don't really have anything else, man. I wish I had the podcast going right now, so a lot of people would go check it out. But
No,
yeah,
it's all good.
it was my decision to take it off. So
Yeah, it's like, whenever it comes back, bro, let us know. We'll
for
blast it
sure.
out.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
It's-
But
I could do this all day.
I was gonna say you have to be a recurring guest, bro,
Yeah.
because the only reason we're stopping is because we got shit to do in
Yeah.
a little
That's
bit,
a fact.
or else we go 5 hours, bro.
That's a
You
fact.
know what
I didn't
mean?
realize it was already 12 something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is our longest podcast to date.
That was my goal.
Is it? Well, what about the one we did last time with the
There's
inspiration?
just an hour and 40. This is already at 2 hours.
Yes, sir.
That was my goal.
Be the longest one.
To be the longest and hit 2 hours. I can go for.
It is 2 hours,
Oh,
honestly.
literally did it.
No, at the end of the day, it's just a conversation.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but dude, honestly, we gotta get you back on. For sure.
Hey man, I'm always down. I'll make the drive. If you want something that bad, you gotta do it.
Hell yeah,
Yes,
bro.
sir. Right
I
on.
appreciate y'all
Appreciate
having
it.
See you guys in the next one. Peace.